Live from Lafayette Parish in Scott, Louisiana, this is Game Time on Your View, brought to you by McDonald's. Welcome into Ted Davison Field at Bill Dotson Stadium for tonight's heavyweight clash between the Zachary Broncos and the Acadiana Wrecking Rams. Hi, everybody. Alongside former LSU Tiger Greg Bowser, I'm Garrett Walford. Greg, this week, Louisiana was just smacked by Hurricane Francine, and it altered everybody's schedules.
It did, and it's a game of adjustments. You know, but coaches and players, they have creatures of habit. They like to play every 7 days. This is going to throw them out of that routine, and we'll see who adjusts to it the best.
Last season, Zachary played in their 5th state championship game under Coach David Brewerton. What do they have coming back?
Well, they got the quarterback coming back. He can play. They're looking for him to have another good year and to get them back to where they want to be. And it's going to be interesting to see how that offensive line matches up.
Zachary's a talented team, especially with the receivers, but only 4 starters coming back for the Broncos. And then for Acadiana, the Wrecking Rams, they are loaded with senior talent.
Well, they're loaded. They got 17 or 18 seniors on their football team, and that's exciting. A lot of experience. They should be ready to go.
Excited to see what Caden DeBetta can do, the senior quarterback who's a 3-year starter for Coach Matt McCullough. Kickoff on the other side of this break. Zachary and Acadiana are up next. It's Game Time on Your View, live on a Saturday night.
Game Time on Your View is brought to you by McDonald's. Download the McDonald's app today and get free large fries with $1 minimum purchase. Butcher Air Conditioning, a name you can trust. Egan Insurance, a Hickenbotham partner, family to family, business to business. Gidry's Catfish, feeding your family like ours since 1976.
Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge, progress and performance that never stands still.
Catch every game live or on demand at watch.yourview.com.
I'm fixin' to celebrate in flavor, be king of grill night. And best of all, I'm fixin' to make fun memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Gidry's Catfish. Our U.S. farm-raised tender Louisiana catfish will turn your grill nights into thrill nights. So what are you waiting for? Make tonight a good one. Make tonight a Gidry's night. Find us online or in a grocery store near you. And get fixin' with Gidry's Catfish.
Butcher, a name you can trust.
Right now, get rebates and special financing during Butcher's 75-year anniversary celebration.
It's hard to stop a train.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem performed by our very own Wrecking Ram Marching Band.
Welcome back into Bill Dotson Stadium, a beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner by Acadiana's Wrecking Ram Band. Acadiana taking the field, looking to improve on last year's trip to the state championship. They did knock off #1 seed Holy Cross. And then, of course, we have a chance to catch up with our sideline reporter, Derry, with this ITI Technical College Sideline Report, ITI for a Better Life.
Even though it's week 2, tonight has a playoff atmosphere. For Coach McCullough and Acadiana, it's simple. On both sides of the ball, they want to play fast, physical, and smart, and eliminate turnovers and lean their experience. And for Coach Brewerton and Zachary, even though last year's state title didn't go the way they wanted to, they have a lot of momentum going to this year. One thing he mentioned offensively, they want to be more explosive and take shots down the field. Tonight, 2 of the best programs are going to go head-to-head in the state of Louisiana. Back to you, Derek.
Thank you very much, Derek. Gary. Tonight's keys to the game are brought to you by Egan Insurance. Egan Insurance, a Higginbotham partner, family to family. Greg, anybody has to defend against the split-back veer, they're in for a test. What are some keys to the game?
They're in for a test. And for Zachary to defend this offense, they've got to be disciplined. You got to take your man every time. You can't make a mistake. The other thing is they've got to avoid the turnovers. You don't want to turn the ball back over to this Acadiana offense because they're going to keep it away from you. And if you're Acadiana, the keys for them is going to be very simple. They want to stay ahead of the chains because they love to run the football. They don't want to get caught in third and long or second and long, which forces them to then throw the football. And finally, they got to figure out a way to get after this quarterback, Zachary, because if you don't pressure Gonzalez, he'll make you pay for it.
Oh, I think you're right. We're in for a good one here tonight. Again, Acadiana runs the split-back veer. It's an option offense. Last year, they averaged 40 points per game. You know the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The Rams have won 6 state championships with the veer, and it can be very tough to defend. We take a look at David Brewerton, head coach, longtime coach at Zachary, 5 trips to the state title game, 4 championships in the trophy case for the Broncos.
You know, for Coach David Brewerton, you have to be a little concerned about the size of your football team when you're playing Acadiana. Acadiana's a little bit bigger than them, so I'm sure that's a concern that Coach Brewerton has in his squad.
Zachary in their all-white uniforms will kick off from the 40-yard line. Acadiana in the black tops with the green numbers and gold trim, gold helmets. They look tight tonight, and so does the field. This is the first game ever on the newly installed field turf here at Bill Dotson Stadium. Lots of upgrades over the offseason. We'll get to them as our game progresses. We're underway on a Saturday night in the boot. This one fielded right around the 5-yard line, looking to make the big turn at the 20, up to about the 30-yard line, and Acadiana's offense takes the field. 17 yards on the return.
They're going to mark the line of scrimmage at the 28-yard line, ladies and gentlemen. 23-yard return for Colin DeBetta. We're going to apologize for the warning, ladies and gentlemen. Black jerseys, very hard to see the numbers. And we do have duplicate numbers, so we're going to do the best we can.
Acadiana comes back under Coach Matt McCullough with 17 starters returning, 34 seniors, and from the 26-yard line, we're underway. Caden DeBetta at quarterback. First pass of the game is a good one. Colin DeBetta down the near sideline, trying to get in the end zone, and he does. 74 yards on the game's first play.
Well, you know, Colin DeBetta catches a long pass from his brother, but the one thing we talked about in pregame is the split back veer. You got to be disciplined. You got to play the run. And what they do, they throw the ball deep on the first play and hit it for a touchdown. Not bad.
Unbelievable. We talked with Coach Brewerton. He said, yeah, they run the veer, but they're doing some special things on top of that veer. That's one of them on display.
Well, that's what happens when you have a third-year starter at quarterback. You can do that kind of stuff because he's careful with the football and he knows where to go with it.
Offsides. They'll be able to move this one a little bit closer, and then maybe that'll play into Acadiana's game. We'll see if they still attempt to kick the extra point or go for 2.
I think they go for 2 if they move
I would too.
If they're just inside, you probably go for 2, take the chance.
Half the distance to go. Replay the shot.
Half the distance to the goal. Caden DeBetta, the 6'1", 205-pound senior.
You know, last year DeBetta he did a great job for him, and to have a third-year starter at quarterback is a big, big difference.
Coming into the game is number 99. Big man from the defense for Zachary. We'll see what DeBetta's got cooked up here. The band's blaring at Bill Dotson Stadium. One split out wide, diving into the end zone, and just like that, it's 8-0 Acadiana.
It's very tough to stop that zero off that close to the goal line anyway.
Acadiana has made 3 title game appearances in the last 5 years. They won their first state title under Ted Davison in 2006, another in 2010, and then back-to-back crowns in 2013 and 14. Under Coach Matt McCullough, the Wreckin' Rams won titles in 19 and 20. He is now in his 7th season here at his alma mater. So Acadiana just kind of took a gut punch there. Hopefully, they'll be able to come out here and answer after this kickoff.
Yeah, I mean, who would have known that Acadiana would come out and just start throwing the football, and that, I'm sure that's a big surprise to Zachary and caught him off guard.
The scoring drive brought to you by Hope Credit Union. One play, 72 yards, 21 seconds off the clock. Pretty impressive catch by Colin DeBetta all alone in space.
And Trey Cheney deep for the Broncos, kicking off Edouard Hernandez for the Rams.
That one's way through the back of the end zone, and Zachary will come out on offense. The Broncos returned just 4 starters from last season, Greg. Not 4 on offense, but 4 total. There's a huge disparity. They do have a pretty good senior quarterback in Caleb Gonzalez, a little undersized at about 5'10", but he's savvy. He's a senior. We'll see if he can get it to these talented receivers.
Yeah, he's got, he can throw the football. He had over 200 yards passing in one game for him, so he's really accustomed to drop back and throwing the football. And down 8-0, it's not time to panic yet, but they may try to open up their offense a little bit because you have to get some momentum going. You can't let Acadiana run away from you here.
Looks like DeVicchio Ruffin in the backfield. First down. That one's well overthrown, intended for Christian Brooks, who should be getting a couple looks from colleges. The junior is 6'4", 180. Our Zachary starting offense brought to you by Nick's Refrigeration. Webb, Boyd, White, Bailey, and Richard are the offensive linemen. Look for the wideouts at Cockrum, Traylon Sept, and Trey Cheney, who they're very high on, along with Brooks, and the running back, Nate James. James is only about 5'6", 190, but he's put up big numbers and has a couple of touchdowns already on the season.
Trey Cheney is a guy that can really look to in this offense. He's a big play receiver for him, so we'll see him try to get him the football a lot, probably early in this football game.
That was Cockrum in motion. Now at the top of your screen. Hand off to James. Sneaks through the middle for a minimal gain. Nate James had 102 carries for 700 yards last year. And again, the starting offense brought to you by Nick's Refrigeration for the Acadiana Wreckin' Rams. Darius McKinley, the younger brother of Dominic McKinley, now at LSU. Valen Charles, Jaden Carmouche, and Amarian Cooper on the D-line. Coleman, Francis, and Noel in the middle. And then Dalen Lewis and Keeman Thibodeau. These guys were incredible last season, both all-district performers. Braylon Noel, one of those guys who's got a bright future in front of him. Now 3rd and 9. We'll see what Zachary's got cooked up on 3rd and long. Gonzalez stays in the pocket. Over the middle. Wide open. It's caught by Brooks. Brooks can't shed the tackler. He's just inside the 35-yard line.
One thing about Gonzalez, if you give him a lot of time, he can deliver a strike now. He has plenty of time, good pass protection. And I like what he did there. He was smart enough. He just slid in the pocket and didn't panic, didn't try to run with the football, and let his man come open and got a big play for his football team.
45 yards on the hookup to Brooks, the junior. Not a bad play on 3rd and 9. This is an RHD first down. 1st and 10 for Zachary, trailing 8-0. 3-man front. Middle and star linebackers lined up. There's a good wrap up at the line of scrimmage. Darius McKinley, the 6'3", 265-pound junior.
What's really amazing is Acadiana's coming out. They're putting a 3-man front up there, challenging Zachary to run the football. And so Zachary's going to try to run against that because that's what you want to do. You got 5 offensive linemen. You should be able to block 3. We'll see how long Acadiana stays in that.
Well, the seniors who are not starters that are back for Zachary are filling these holes. They have juniors and seniors who don't have a lot of starting time, but they do have some veteran experience. Here's another pass down the sideline, spinning, and that'll just be an incomplete pass.
Caleb Gonzalez should have a good night throwing the football because it looks like Acadiana wants to play him man-to-man all over the football field. And with these tall wide receivers, Zachary should be able to get somebody open.
Still looking to the sideline. Caleb Gonzalez, last year, 850 yards passing, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception. He completed 65% of his passes in 9 games. Gonzalez eyeing down the field. Safety valve. This one to Davicchio Ruffin. Ruffin's got room to run inside the 20 and finally out of bounds before the 10. The senior, who goes about 5'6", got skinny.
Well, it's a good job of the quarterback. Watch him. He's looking downfield. He wants the deep ball. It's not there, but he has the patience to take the check down. A lot of quarterbacks will try to force it. Instead of doing that, he just checked it down and picked up his first down.
We are now in the red zone, brought to you by Hope Credit Union. Brighter futures begin with hope. Boy, Ruffin out of the backfield has got a burst.
He does. If you get him man-to-man on a linebacker, it could be a lot of trouble. It'll be a long night for somebody.
Ruffin behind him in the eye. 3 wide set. Ruffin takes it, squeezes between a couple of linemen, and the ball comes loose. Acadiana says they have it. Wrecking Rams will take the turnover. They've got a long way to go, Greg, but that's good for their program.
Well, it stops with Zachary's drive. That's a tough one to lay the ball on the ground right there. When you watch the play, it looks like he's fighting for extra yards, and that's when somebody puts a helmet on the football and it comes out.
Rams will have it first and 10 from their own 12-yard line. We're going to apologize.
Hold on, I'm coming. You didn't tell me you were getting McDonald's.
Bundle up your favorites for breakfast like a sausage McGriddles with hash browns for just $2.59. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
There are many signs to help protect us from harm, to warn us from harming ourselves, or prevent us from harming others. But sometimes the best sign is the one that protects you from things you never knew or even thought would hurt you. Egan Insurance, the sign of quality insurance protection since 1954.
I'm fixing to celebrate in flavor, be king of grill night, and best of all, make fond memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Find us online or in a grocery store near you, and get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
Welcome back into Scott, Louisiana, Bill Dotson Stadium, where Acadiana just forced a fumble, recovered by the Wrecking Rams, and now Caden DeBetta, the senior QB, back out on the field.
You know, when we started the game, we talked about the keys and what they had to do to win, to be successful, and one of the big ones for Zachary was don't turn the football over, and they give it back to Acadiana with that high-powered offense. It'd be a long night if you start putting the ball on the ground against this football team.
Acadiana's only run one offensive play so far in the game, DeBetta to DeBetta. This time, they'll run up to about the 15-yard line. Starting offense brought to you by Nick's Refrigeration. And for the entire offensive line, from Kavini Wilson all the way down to Owen Carpenter, seniors for the Wrecking Rams. Jaden Besser to tight end, they're very high on. DeBetta and Babineau, who is a UL commit at wideout. Parker Bruno paving the way as the halfback, and then running back Jonah Gaucher, over 1,500 yards a year ago and 150-plus in the championship game. Trying to run around the end, and that defensive line having a little bit of trouble. This is going to be third and manageable. Zachary's starting defense tonight, Sean Hamilton, who's got great size on the end, Thomas and Posey, along with Selmeyer, Stokes, and Michael Sept, who's an all-district player. The quarterbacks, Jeremiah Smith and Zachary Hogan, might not be as busy as you would think tonight, but again, that long first pass is going to keep them on this to start our ball game.
Yeah, you've got to be really disciplined against this offense of Acadiana, because next thing you know, they'll pull it and he's going around the outside.
DeBetta with the handoff and room to run. A flag flies, but a whole lot of room to run. Gaucher down the sideline, finally pushed out shy of the 30. The senior with a rumble down the near sideline.
Yeah, this one might be coming back. They may have gotten a hold over there. We'll see what happens. But with that big offensive line that Acadiana has, they're going to open up some holes. You're going to get some breakaway runs like that.
Well, the options with the veer are to keep it yourself, to hand it off, or to pitch it. Right there was the handoff, and I'll tell you what, that was a nice run by Gaucher.
But you know, if you watch Acadiana on film, they don't pitch it a lot.
Personal foul, face mask, 55 of the defense. 15 yards, added on to the end of the run. First down.
against Zachary. Watching inside. If you can see a face mask, he's going to reach out and grab it. I think 55 is just going to grab his face mask, trying to hold on to something.
Yeah, Detroit Posey got popped for it. So after the long run and Posey's penalty, they're going to place this ball all the way down the field at the 15-yard line of Zachary.
You watch the Acadiana offense operate on film, and they don't pitch it much. They run the dive on a quarterback or keep them coming on. They don't like to pitch the ball around. But they do have that option.
Young men stay injury-free.
So DeBetta under center, run up the middle, and they will just move the pile forward.
Peyton Collins on the carry. They're going to give him a gain of 3. Bring up 2nd and 7.
Again, the offensive line from left tackle to right tackle. Wilson, Estes, Welch at center, Braxton Scriber at right guard, and Owen Carpenter at right tackle. All seniors, all veterans, part of last year's championship team. And Matt McCullough and his staff really have a great line to run behind.
Wrecking Ram Productions.
2nd and 7. A keeper by DeBetta. He's tripped up and inside the 5.
DeBetta on the carry. He's taken down to the 4-yard line.
It's a good job. Watch DeBetta. He's reading that defensive end. You see the defensive end come down on the running back. If he comes on the running back, DeBetta's going to keep it and take it out to the corner.
That was the junior Clyde Jones of Zachary who saved a touchdown. But Acadiana is knocking on the door. It is 1st and goal. The first down brought to you by Resources for Human Development. Together we're better. Together we're RHD. DeBetta with the handoff into the left side of the line. Finally brought down maybe as far as the 3-yard line.
Good defensive stop that time. Just didn't let any movement up front.
There's no gain to bring up 2nd and goal.
Acadiana right in between the two hashes. I don't know how often they split out and kind of run this wide, maybe with a bootleg. We saw something like that 2 plays ago by DeBetta. We'll see if they can just try and overpower Zachary here.
Yeah, I think they just want to come straight at him and just feel like they can knock him off the football.
I think Tayden Collins got it, maybe up to about the 2. Collins is a 5'10", 180-pound senior for the Rams. Gain of 1 on the play.
Another favorite play out of this formation. What we'd like to do is go ahead and ride that fullback in there like he's going to give it to him and pull it and just dump a little dump pass right over the line of scrimmage.
Number 6, Colin DeBetta trots in from the sideline. We'll see if he splits out wide. DeBetta, 5'10", 175-pound sophomore. Great view from just underneath the goalpost here. 3rd and goal from the 2, powering into the end zone. That one came loose, waiting on the call by the official, but it looked good for a score here. If Zachary kept them out of the end zone, that could be huge for the Broncos. It is a touchdown for the Wrecking Rams. Touchdown, Tayden Collins.
3-yard Wrecking Rams touchdown.
You watch him going into the end zone. He fumbles the football. I don't know if he was in when he fumbled or not. No, he was not.
Took a defender with him.
Acadiana really lucky to get the ball back.
.6:01 left in the first. And just like that, it's 15-0 Acadiana on their new home turf field. So they forced the fumble at the other end of the field, drove almost 90 yards. Pretty impressive showing by Acadiana.
Very impressive. That's the way they like to win it. Time of possession for them is going to be huge because they get that ground game going, and they just keep coming right at
Well, they're running the veer to perfection, and then when you saw the game's first play, that long pass for over 70 yards from DeBetta to DeBetta, that sounds like a law firm. You know that you have to be on your toes on the defense tonight, and there on that drive, Zachary just wasn't up to the task.
Yeah, I think Zachary had prepared for them to run the football at him, and I think the first play of the game, come out and throw the long pass is successful. Now you've got that defense of Zachary's back on its heels. They know they got to play the whole field now, and I think that's to Acadiana's advantage. Now they can do what they normally do, which is pound that veer inside and let the quarterback keep it a couple of times, and that's tough to stop. Once they get it going, it's tough to stop it.
Acadiana plays in District 3 5A with 7 other teams, including Lafayette High, Sam Houston, Barb, Karen Crow, and Sulphur. They played Ruston last week. Very tough team that they hung with. Couldn't quite get the win. Acadiana trying to win their home opener under the head coach, Matt McCullough. Certainly off to a good start. If you're Zachary, you just need to get out there and move the chains a couple times, get some confidence on offense.
Just get something going. Pick up a couple of first downs, because here's what's going to happen. If you go 3 and out again, you're going to put your defense back out there on the field, and they're going to end up wearing them out because they just, they've been on the field most of the first quarter.
Just an incredible atmosphere out here tonight, Saturday night. Our scoring drive, let's take a look. Brought to you by Hampton Automotive. Hampton has it. 9 plays for the Wrecking Rams. They chewed up 87 yards, 3:40 off the clock, and Tayden Collins with the 4-yard touchdown run.
Now, can you imagine a split veer team goes 9 plays, 87 yards. That's pretty good.
Chewing up yards.
Good. And the clock's just running. But again, if you're Zachary, you're saying, hey, we just got to get the ball back and put together a few really good drives, and we're right back in it. If they score a touchdown here, they're right back in it.
Well, again, this is an offense that averaged about 40 points per game last year. Nice deep kickoff, unplayable for the Broncos. They'll take it at the 20.
Kickoff goes out of the end zone for a touchdown. Broncos will have first and 10 from the own 20-yard line.
Now an opportunity for the Broncos, who again have just 4 starters back from last season, to generate some offense.
We're going to draw again in the first quarter. This benefits our game team.
And Caleb Gonzalez, you got to tell him, hey, look, let's not try to get it all back in one shot. Let's just take our time, move the ball down the field, get some successes under our belt offensively, and then we'll go from there.
Zachary had a great season opener against Plaquemine last week. Put 7 touchdowns on the board. Gonzalez, 5 of 9, 136 yards passing against the Green Devils, and 2 touchdowns. Acadiana now rushing 4 down linemen. Here's a handoff to Nate James up the middle. Moves the pile a bit, trying to get 5 yards the hard way. And with the spot of the official, he's done it up to the 25. Against Plaquemine, James only had 4 carries, 31 yards, and a touchdown for the senior. I got to see Zachary a couple times last year in person, and he runs hard. James is very solidly built. You can't take him down with an arm tackle.
No, he's one of those running backs that's very compact. So when you hit him, you really got to lock up. Because if not, he'll run right through an arm tackle.
Gonzalez in the shotgun. This will be a 3-wide set for the Broncos. Handoff again, 5 yards for James. Almost had another 5. He'll finish 1 yard shy of the first down. 3rd and short coming up.
I like what Zachary's doing here. They're not going to abandon the running game. They want to take the ball and pound it a little bit, take some time off the clock, and again, give that defense a chance to rest on the sideline and keep the ball away from this Acadiana offense.
Some really big performers on the Acadiana defensive line. Darius McKinley, of course, the 6'3 junior. How about Jaden Lawrence, number 99? He's a 3-year starter for Coach McCullough. About 265 pounds himself. We're excited to see Amarian Cooper in action. There's Coach Brewerton. His offense 1 yard shy of moving the chains. It's been 2 running plays to start this drive. Will we see another?
Yeah, I think you just keep the ball on the ground. That's something nice and safe.
Gonzalez overthrows his receiver. 4th and 1 coming up. Trying to put it where none of the defensive backs get a finger on it, but you overthrew your receiver.
Yeah, normally on the 3rd down and 1 like that, you want to keep your offense out there. If you throw the football, that tells me that they had planned to go for it on 4th and 1 anyway. And so, you've really taken a chance, because if you don't pick it up now, you're going to give them the ball with 30 yards from the end zone.
I don't think of Coach Brewerton as a riverboat gambler like Tommy Tuberville back in the day, or the Mad Hatter Les Miles. This is a tough decision, already down by 15 in the first quarter. Maybe they're just going out there and trying to draw a hard count, maybe get them to jump off sides. All they need is 1 yard. Zachary needs an answer here. Acadiana with 5 down linemen. Here we go. James has 1 yard and more. That's a huge moment early in the game.
It is, because, I mean, if you don't pick up that first down, you turn the ball over there. That's tough. Tough piece of running inside.
Certainly a couple of big players on the Zachary offensive line to run by. Kedrick Bailey, the right guard, 6'2", 290. Travion Richard, the sophomore left tackle, has got plenty of size as well. We'll see if they continue to try and exploit that. Zachary with the win at home last year in the semifinals against Dutchtown, a game marred by weather. The Broncos came back to win it after down by double digits. Made it to the state championship game. Play action pass. Gonzalez lost his footing and launches it down the sideline through the extended hands of the intended target.
That's good defense right there. There was rush.
Jacarius Johnson.
No place to put the football. You watch the coverage on this. First of all, he's got a man in his face, and then he's just got nowhere to put the football.
How about the junior wide receiver, Jacarius Johnson? Great concentration there. Got a little shove in the back. 2nd and 10 coming up. Ball's on the 34-yard line.
Well, now Zachary made the adjustment. What they did was they decided to start throwing the football. And you know what Acadiana's going to do? They're bringing your 3 down line, and they're going to bring an extra defensive back. Now, this is a front that you want to run against. I mean, you want to really just attack this front line. And I think Zachary should do that and run the football.
Gonzalez to the sideline for Brooks. Not quite on target.
There's just no place to throw the football when they got 5, 6 defensive backs in there. It makes it hard to throw. But if you run at it, I think you got a chance. And Zachary, in this drive early on, did a really good job of running the football.
You might think that Zachary is they're stopping themselves from running the clock with all these passes, but when they run, they take it all the way down before they hike the ball again. Yeah. So they are running the clock as best they can just to limit the attempts that Acadiana will eventually have on offense. Back-to-back passes in a row that didn't connect. Now 3rd and long coming up for the Broncos. 3 wide set, 2 at the top of your screen. Will they try and get Trey Chaney involved here on 3rd and 10? Gonzalez looking him down. Throws over the middle. It's caught, and that'll move the sticks.
Gonzalez's pass is complete to the number 8.
Jake Cockerham did a good job of going up and snapping this ball out of the air. I mean, you watch, this is a heck of a throw, but it's a better catch than it is a throw because watch Cockerham. He's just going to go up and pull the ball out of the air. I didn't think he could make this catch. Good job.
Cockerham last year as a junior, 11 catches, 132 yards. Another look by Gonzalez. And that one's right on the money. 3 players converge on him. Ball's on the 46-yard line for Zachary. A handoff left side to James. James over midfield. James still on his feet at the 40. Trucks a defender. And they're deep into Acadiana territory. What a run.
Good run by James. But you know what? That offensive line's doing a great job of picking up the stunts and really getting movement up front. So you watch him run here. You get a 4-man front, but still, they do a good job of moving people off the football.
At the 35-yard line.
19 yards on the first down run. And Nate James is piling up yards here and moving the chains.
I think from James, I go to the sideline and say, Coach, just give me the ball. Give me more, because when you're running like that and get those kinds of holes, you want to keep the ball on the ground.
From the left hash, man in motion is Cockerham. Whistles blow.
Flag on the play.
I think this is going to be against Zachary. For some reason, the center decided to pick the ball up.
Illegal motion against the Broncos.
Ball start. Offense from the 57. 5 yards. Still first down.
Clifton Webb, the senior lineman, popped for the foul. That'll back him up 5 yards. Still first down. That ball's placed on the 40-yard line. And again, if you're a Zachary fan or the Zachary coaching staff, you've got to be excited about what they're doing on offense here, moving the ball on 3rd and long, getting those short yardage gains that they need. Here's Traylon Sept in motion. A pressure against Gonzalez, and that would have looked like a screen on the incomplete pass. Let's go down with our ITI sideline report and Derry Beckwith.
Absolutely. Acadiana on this drive, I think they made an adjustment. On the last drive, Zachary had success throwing the football when Acadiana brought the extra defender. So anytime Acadiana had a 3-man front, they were successful. But if they brought an extra blitzer, that's when Zachary was able to pick up first downs. Right now, you see on this drive, they have a 4-man front. They're not bringing as much pressure to see if they can hold the Zachary passing attack.
Great stuff, Derry. Thank you much. That's our ITI sideline report. ITI for a better life.
Yeah, now you see Acadiana in that 3-man front that Derry's talking about. That gives you 5 defensive backs, but what they do to get pressure is they run some linebackers through.
10th play of the drive. Acadiana tries to jump the route. Not successful. Down the sideline. 40 yards to the house. Touchdown, Zachary. Touchdown for Trey Cheney.
Trey Cheney is one of those guys going into the game. The coaches talked about his explosiveness and how they want to get the ball to him, and he's one of their better players on the offensive side. This is just a little sharp stop route. Hitting with it, he makes one guy miss, and then that's it. Nobody's going to catch him down the sideline.
Great pass by Caleb Gonzalez. We saw a couple that were off target, but this is a guy who primarily completes about 65% of his passes. That one was on the money. 40 yards on the hookup with Trey Cheney. Extra point attempt by Rafael Costa is good, and it's 15-7. Zachary cuts into the lead after Acadiana ran off 15 points. Jumping the route, and Cheney does the rest.
From now on, it's all about us. Starting a family, buying a car, our first home.
They told you to open an account, then turned you away. They said, come back when you're ready. You said, we're ready now.
I know we're going to make it.
Hope makes it happen. Thousands of your neighbors, many who never had a bank account before, improved their lives with Hope Credit Union. You can too. Brighter futures begin with Hope.
We've known you for a few years now, so let's do kind of a lightning round.
Think of it as a 2-minute drill, but with questions.
Ooh.
Okay.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs. Spicy or mild?
Spicy.
Crawfish or shrimp?
Boiled crawfish.
Your favorite holiday?
Mardi Gras for sure.
You've been hurt in an accident. What's the next thing that you do?
That's a no-brainer. Call the board Earls at all 7s.
Bonus question.
Favorite attorney, David
or Digger?
I plead the fifth.
Well played.
Wise choice.
Let's take a look at the scoring drive brought to you by Hampton Automotive. Hampton has it. Trey Cheney with the touchdown after 10 plays, 80 yards, and 4 minutes, 40 seconds off the clock. A 40-yard reception by Cheney. And now a 15-7 ball game. Things a little bit lighter in mood over there on the Zachary sideline.
Well, the thing that Coach Brewerton has to tell his players is, look, they jumped on us early. Now we're back with one score away. We're in this football game. It's early. We're not out of the first quarter yet, so there's plenty of football to play. Let's just settle down and go play defense.
Trey Cheney had 2 touchdowns against Plaquemine, a long of 66. Here's a 40-yard touchdown catch tonight. Good to see that Zachary brought the full band contingent out here to Acadiana. Beautiful, clear Saturday night.
We had a little early shower right before kickoff time, cool everything off.
I'll tell you what, it looks like the new field turf drains pretty well here at Acadiana. Catch made at the 11-yard line. Russell Babineau, who is committed to play for the UL Raging Cajuns with a minimal return, only about 3 yards.
They got a flag on the play. It may get Zachary for Acadiana for blocking the back on this one.
Holding, number 15 of the return team during a return. 10 yards from the spot of half distance from spot of foul. From the end of the run, first down.
I'll tell you what, Greg, 2 possessions and 2 touchdowns for Acadiana. Zachary's got to find an answer for that veer.
Well, they've got to stop him. They just, the first one was a fluke play. They hit the big pass on him, but the second time they just took it and did it Acadiana way, just ran it right down the field on him.
An 06 state championship team, number 89, Big Nasty, Brady Abear.
Now, if you're Zachary, you got to keep them bottled up. You can't let them go on a long drive for you. And I think the key is going to be on first down. How much yards can you hold them to on first down?
2 wide receivers set. A handoff in the backfield. And the pile moves forward. Matt McCullough in his 7th season at Acadiana. He is a former Wrecking Ram player. His father was also an assistant coach. Used to work with Ted Davidson when they were both assistants during the 1980s and 90s.
Yeah.
I think he's so happy to be home. He just loves this environment.
Yeah, I got a chance. I got a chance to spend some time with Ted Davidson over the last year, and they've been running this offense forever. I mean, I don't know where they got it from, but they've been running, I think, since I was in high school.
Bill Dotson, the former coach from the 1970s into the 90s, 18 years as the head coach, 188 wins. He installed it, and they found it to be very successful. Little run off the left side.
And I think what they do is they start running it when kids are like freshmen or 8th grade, and they just teach them the offense and just keep it all the way through high school.
15 seconds left in the first quarter. Will we get one more playoff? I think the Wrecking Rams are content to go to the second quarter with an 8-point lead.
First quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Your Wrecking Rams 15, Zachary 7.
Well, for us, 3 touchdowns. As viewers, 2 belong to the Wrecking Rams of Acadiana. The Yearview, Louisiana Game of the Week returns. Game time when we're back after this.
Our dealership is named after our family, and that's not changing. Since 2001, Hampton Toyota's family has grown to include you, customers, and coworkers who we've worked with to build trust, commitment, and form meaningful relationships. At Hampton, just like in our name, Toyota comes second. And that's okay, because we're not just selling cars, we're a local family business from one generation to the next.
Papa, Hampton has it!
Boom! Hampton's hot.
At Resources for Human Development, we understand that navigating the challenges of this world can be daunting. That's why we've partnered with New Orleans' Health Department to launch the Mobile Crisis Intervention Unit, a 4th branch of emergency response. A team of behavioral health professionals will respond immediately to your location to help you resolve your crisis. In our first 6 months, we've responded to more than 1,300 behavioral health crisis calls from the community, and we're just getting started. Learn more at rhd.org.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Start of the second quarter here at Acadiana. The Wrecking Rams with a 15-7 lead over Zachary. We talked with Coach Brewerton this week. He said Acadiana is the ultimate challenge with so many starters back. If his defense tries to do too much against the Beer, the Rams will just gash them for big plays. See if they can stop them here on this third offensive drive. 3rd down, 5 to go. Ball's on the 12. DeBetta hits the gas, and he'll be brought down by Isaiah Stokes, the junior.
One of the few bootlegs you're going to see out of DeBetta where he basically just takes that dive and tries to roll outside and throw it deep.
Stokes, this should be a good look. Stops them on 3rd down. 4th coming up.
That's a good job of just containing the quarterback that time.
Long run by DeBetta, only gained 1 yard, so 4th and 4.
Zachary should get pretty good field position on this punt return.
Putting foul in the team.
This one goes out of the back of the end zone, and a safety. Maybe the ball was a little wet coming out of the hands. We did have a shower right before the game started, but that'll go in favor of Zachary. A little pressure there by the defense.
Well, now Zachary's just a touchdown, an extra point away from tying it up. Taking the lead, really. You watch the snap, it just looks like he just lost the handle. Wow.
So after a 15-0 lead, Zachary with 9 points on the board. And they'll take possession of the ball as well.
Or, Coach Brewerton, you got to be saying to yourself, now that we get the football back, we just want to take it down and see if we can't capitalize on it, score again, and get it going.
So Coach Brewerton's team in position to take the lead here to start the second quarter. The defense for Acadiana, led last year by the state's #1 recruit in Dominic McKinley. He's now a 6'6", 315-pound freshman at LSU. McKinley, of course, specialized in sacks and tackles for loss. The big replacement for Zachary, of course, is Tradez Green, the spectacular tight end wide receiver, the Warwick Dunn Award winner in 2023.
Well, we'll see if they can get a good kickoff return here and put them in good field position. You know, Zachary's got the momentum shifted to their side now.
Eddie Hernandez is set to kick off. Coach McCullough very high on him, says he can boot it out of the back of the end zone at will. Takes care of the kicks for the Wrecking Rams. Oh, guess what? He's a senior, too. I mean, everybody you see on the field, you can assume, is a upperclassman and probably a senior. Fielded at the 22-yard line, taking off, and up to about the 45-yard line. Nice run towards midfield for Zachary. Trey Chaney, who's already got a touchdown in the ball game, will stay on the field on offense.
Trey Chaney, who does everything for me. He returns kicks. He's a good outstanding wide receiver for him.
Looks like DeVicchio Ruffin, the senior, number 14, will be in the backfield with Gonzalez. Caleb only played in 9 games last year, backing up Spangler, who helped lead them to the state championship game. Boy, those 4 linebackers look very imposing for Acadiana. 3 down linemen. Gonzalez has been apt to throw. He'll do so again here. Into the flat. That one's picked up by Jacarius Johnson, just shy of the 50.
Not a deep throw, just enough to pick up a couple of yards. Going to bring up a second down in about 8 or 9. But again, he threw the ball out there. He had a chance to make a big play out of it, but he lost his footing and didn't go anywhere.
Chaney at the bottom of your field, 2 wide receivers at the top. That's Christian Brooks. Gonzalez has to be feeling good. The last drive got them into the end zone, then a safety, much to their fortune. And he's back out here with his chance, taking his team with a chance to take the lead. Ball on the 48-yard line. High snap. Big stick right at midfield. And it's going to be 3rd and very long. Acadiana applying pressure.
That was a good job that time. Coleman number 5 just stepped in and nailed him. When you play linebacker, that's where you're supposed to do it.
.10:30 remaining in the half. 6-point ball game. 3rd and 6. Takes the handoff. Johnson was available in the flats. Overthrows the receiver in the middle.
Had a chance right there.
That ball intended for the senior wideout, Benji Dixon.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, high hit to the head. Number 7 of the defense. 15 yards from previous spot. Automatic first down.
Wow, it's going to give him a first down.
Keeman Thibodeau with the big mistake.
And I think the reason he called it is he hit him in the head, and that was the call. That he hit the quarterback in the head.
Thibodeau is a 5'11", 175-pound senior and a 3-year starter for the Rams. Moves the ball up to the 36-yard line of the Wrecking Rams. And if you're Gonzalez now, you're kind of playing with house money. Maybe take a shot at the end zone here on first down. 4 wide set trips at the top of your screen. Gonzalez goes lateral. That one's almost picked off. Caught by Sept. and driven back for maybe half a yard.
Yeah, just trying to get that wide receiver screen going over there. And that's a tough play to call when you're going against a 5 or 6 man defensive back.
They've kind of molded Traylon Sept into a wide receiver last year. He had about 20 carries for 130 yards and 3 touchdowns. Had a big catch for over 20 yards in the win against Plaquemine last week. A couple of passes thrown his way already tonight.
Yeah, the Zachary coaches seem to think that he's made a transition pretty well. They think he'll be one of the outstanding receivers before it's over with.
Trey Chaney at the bottom of your screen. 4 wide set, man in the backfield. Gonzalez on second down. Fires a dart to the sideline, and it is caught. We'll wait for the spot. That should move the chains.
Complete to Cocker. Looks like they're marking him just short of the first down. They had a third down. No, not a single first down.
Coach Brewerton walks over and, hey, move that. Jaden Cochran with his second catch of the day. A couple of nifty passes by Gonzalez on this drive has them knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, a drive like this, it's going to give you some momentum, but the big thing it's going to do is it keeps that Acadiana offense on the sideline.
Pressure on Gonzalez. Brought down by a single hand. Guess who? Darius McKinley puts a paw on the quarterback and drags him down to the turf.
McKinley reached out, grabbed him with one hand and just brought him to the turf. And you watch this plays. This is an outstanding pass rush. He beats the tackle and then just grabs him by one hand and brings him down.
That'll force second and very long, then 18 yards to move the chains.
That's also going to force Zachary to put somebody else over there to chip him and not let him have one-on-one long pass rush.
He's currently going against the sophomore, Travion Richard. High snap. Ruffin off the right side, stays up and gets near the first down marker.
Well, he picks up the yards that was lost on that sack.
Back to the original line of scrimmage. There we go.
Third and 11.
I'm liking what I'm seeing from Ruffin in the backfield. Last year as a backup had 22 carries for over 200 yards and 5 touchdowns.
I think if I'm Coach Brewerton, let me look at how many yards we pick up on this play. If you pick it up 5 yards or so and it's 4th and 5 or 4th and less than 5, you might want to think about going for it.
3rd and 11 from the 27-yard line. Gonzalez surveys the line, calls for it. It's a handoff. And a first down run for Davicchio Ruffin.
Ruffin carries straight ahead.
That's a grown man run.
Oh, yeah. He's got some good blocking up front, too. He has to make one guy miss, breaks one tackle, then another tackle. Once he gets in the secondary, picks up the first down.
The center, Braden White, with a nice seal up the middle that frees Ruffin.
You know, Zachary came in with a game plan, and they're going to stick to it.
We're now in the Hope Credit Union red zone. Hope Credit Union, brighter futures begin with hope. First and goal at the 10. They try Ruffin again. No, it's a keeper by Gonzalez. 10 yards to the house. We're tied up at 15. That's 15 unanswered by Zachary.
That's a good job of just reading what's happening in front of you. You watch the play fake here. He's going to suck everybody in. They think he handed it off. He just walks into the end zone, untouched. Good job of handling the football by Gonzalez.
Rafael Costa out with a chance to give Zachary the lead here. A little over 7 minutes remaining. That one is up, waiting on the call, and no good. We are tied at 15.
7:07 to go in the first half. Your Rams 15, Zachary 15.
We'll be back with more second quarter action here on Your View.
Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics is now booking holiday appointments. Race to book your child's next cleaning today. Whether they're needing just a quick cleaning, orthodontics, or something in between, our friendly staff will make sure your child is comfortable and taken care of. And our patients under 2 get their first visit free. Now with 2 convenient and kid-friendly locations to better serve you in Lafayette behind Dino's South and Opelousas behind Lily Pad Pediatrics right off I-49. Hurry, call or visit us online to book your child's appointment today. At Nick's Refrigeration, more goes into servicing your AC and heating system than you realize.
Go! That's it. Good job. Good job.
Bring it higher.
Turn it up, boy. Get it done.
Good morning, Nick's Refrigeration.
Nick's Refrigeration, we are ready to serve your AC heating needs.
That was the smart call of the game, courtesy of Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Learn more at cox.com/mobile. The smart call of the game, and Caleb Gonzalez with the naked keeper into the end zone to tie us up.
Caleb Gonzalez took his team down, got him back in the end zone, tied this thing up. Of course, they missed the extra point, which would have given them a chance to go ahead, but
we take a look at our scoring drive, brought to you by Hampton Automotive. Hampton has it, 9 plays, 55 yards, and 4:44 off the clock here at Bill Dotson Stadium. Caleb Gonzalez with the 10-yard rush.
Number 6, Colin DeBella.
well, you know, for a while in the first quarter, it looked like Zachary was going to let this thing get away from him, but now they've come back, tied it up, and it's a new ball game.
The Zachary Band, as you can see, is over there, getting it, enjoying a Saturday night in the boot. Costa puts his boot into this one, and it's playable from the 5-yard line. Acadiana with a 15, make it 20, 25-yard return. Spectacular running there. And the Wrecking Rams are ready to get back out on offense. Russell Babineau, the 4-year starter, with the good return. Let's go down onto the field with Derry Beckwith.
33-yard return for Russell Babineau.
Absolutely, guys. I went to the Zachary sideline. The whole momentum has shifted. After being down 15-0, you can easily hang your head. But now they tie the ball game 15-15. They have a lot of energy on that sideline. And defensively for Zachary, they're having extreme confidence. The defensive coordinator was telling them, play physical, continue to attack, and play your assignment.
That was our ITI Technical College Sideline Report. ITI, for a better life. Derry, that's a lot like your LSU Tigers, who were down 17-0 today. Here's Caden DeBetta across midfield. First down run. He's inside the 40-yard line of Zachary.
We'll have a first down inside Bronco territory.
One of the first downs we had DeBetta take the ball, pull it out, and come out on an option. And he makes a big gain out of it. Nobody was there. He just cut it up the field and picked up big yards.
DeBetta, such a big guy, 6'1", 205. Was able to sneak past a couple of defensive linemen. About a 24-yard pickup there. Ball now on the 39-yard line. Into the backfield to Gaucher. Tries to turn the corner. He got a seal and picks up about 6 yards, but a late flag comes flying in.
Boy, that time Gaucher was going around in. It didn't look like there was any room at all over there, and all of a sudden he found daylight and picked up some positive yards.
Gaucher was such a big part of last year's run to the Superdome. He had 150 yards in the upset win over Holy Cross, the state's #1 seed in the playoffs, and 180 in the title game.
Block in the
Filled in the block in the back into the Rams.
Replay, first down.
They're going to back Acadiana up for a block in the back. To see it right there, just coming out and blocked him in the back. They're going to flag him for that. That'll back him up.
So Acadiana, 1st and 20. Rolling out is DeBetta. A wall of defenders chasing him to the sideline. All they can do is throw it away. Pressure by Sean Hamilton, the 6'3", 275-pound senior.
It'll bring up 2nd and 18. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the 6-minute mark. Hydration timeout on the field.
This is a hydration timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Game Time on Your View is brought to you by Hampton Toyota. Hampton has it. Make some epic memories this football season with cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that signature Cane sauce. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love. Resources for human development. Together we're better. Together we're RHD. Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics. Discover the Quest difference. Now with 2 locations in Lafayette and Opelousas.
I'm fixin' to celebrate in flavor. Be king of grill night. And best of all, I'm fixin' to make fun memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Our U.S. farm-raised tender Louisiana catfish will turn your grill nights into thrill nights. So what are you waiting for? Make tonight a good one. Make tonight a Guidry's night. Find us online or in a grocery store near you. And get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
Acadiana and Zachary tied 15 apiece. Let's take a look at the catch of the day, brought to you by Guidry's Catfish, feeding your family like ours since 1976. First play of the game on offense. DeBetta to DeBetta, 72 yards. And Colin DeBetta, still just a sophomore, reels that one in from his big brother Caden, and he's off to the races. More second quarter action, 2nd and 20. Caden DeBetta up to about the 40-yard line. And a 3rd and long coming up.
We got a flag on the play. I think they're going to get Zachary for a late hit on the quarterback there. DeBetta slid down, and I think they just, somebody might have hit him late.
After play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 55 of the defense. 15 yards, added on.
Detroit Posey, the 6'3", 200-pound senior, called for the harm.
Well, that hurts because it's going to not only be a big penalty, it's going to give him a first down.
From 2nd and 20 to first at the 25. Colin DeBetta at the top of your screen. Russell Babineau with the ball. Gaucher again drives up the middle for positive yards. Trying to break this 15-15 tie.
That's a good job of running by Gaucher inside. It looked like they had it piled up, stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and next thing you know, he's got about 7-8 yards.
Gaucher listed at about 5'8", 195 pounds on the roster. He's a senior, over 1,500 yards rushing last year. You would expect him with an all-senior offensive line to put up similar numbers in 2024. Pitch at the line, over the right side. We'll see if that's enough to move the chains. The official says it is.
Oh, they got him marked short. They brought it back, put it short. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
You are correct. We'll see if they can get the push and get that 1 yard to move the sticks.
I think you've got 2 downs to pick it up. I don't think they're going to try a field goal.
Coach McCullough sending in the signals. Again, that looked kind of a direct handoff, and the 1 yard plunge is good.
I think they're going to say short. They're going to call it 4th down and 1.
It looks like the line they need to gain is the 16.
Yeah, they've got to get to the 15 to be sure.
Big moment for Zachary's defense here. Acadiana is agonizingly close. The Broncos are going to try and stand tall here. DeBetta takes the snap, hands off, and look who's running into the end zone. Touchdown, Acadiana. Jonah Gaucher with the score, and the Wrecking Rams are back on top, 21-15.
Well, they came back with what they call that little belly dive. It's a play that hits just outside the guard, in between the tackle area, and just let the running back read the hole and get into the end zone.
Take a look at our Quest fan cam. Some happy fans around the stadium as Acadiana here at home. 21-15, make it 22-15. Let's take a look at the Quest Pediatric Fan Cam. Discover the best difference now with 2 locations in Lafayette and Opelousas. I'll tell you what, Jonah Gaucher is an impressive young man. Second rushing touchdown for the offense of Acadiana tonight.
And he did a good job of reading the blocks up front. You know, normally they run that dive is just straight off the inside shoulder of guard. This time he just kind of take it out in that guard tackle gap and just find the hole. Found him a crease and went right to the end zone. Watch it, you see, just go slightly outside and gets him in the end zone.
The Wrecking Rams ran off 15 points to start the ball game. Zachary answered their call and tied it. And now Acadiana trying to go into the half with at least a 7-point lead. They will kick off to the Broncos now.
3 minutes, 44 seconds left. If you're the Broncos, you still got plenty of time on the clock to get in the end zone and tie this game up at halftime.
Both teams still have all their timeouts.
83, Trey Cheney. And number 6, Traylon Sept. Kicking off, number 13, Edouard Hernandez.
Traylon set back deep. That one's into the end zone and a kickback. Our Hampton has it scoring drive. 7 plays, 64 yards, and just under 3.5 minutes off the clock. Jonah Gaucher, number 23, with the 16-yard touchdown run.
And, you know, that drive was aided by a big penalty on that on Zachary that got Acadiana right down there, and they were able to get it in the end zone. Whoever gets the ball last minute win this game.
It looked like one of those games to this point, and got to be happy if you're a Zachary fan the way that Gonzalez in the offense has responded after going down 15-0. Gonzalez had a 10-yard touchdown keeper at the end of a long drive to tie it up. Their drive will start at the 20. Quick pass to Cheney. He's at the 30, shakes 2 defenders up to the 35. And a little yak.
Cheney, number 83.
Good running after the catching the football.
17-yard catch by Cheney, who already has a touchdown in the ball game.
I tell you, these wide receivers, if when you come to tackle them, you better be ready, because if not, they'll break some tackles on you.
4 wide set, trips at the top of your screen for Gonzalez. He's got Nate James in the backfield with him. Cheney again tiptoes past the 40 and then is brought backwards. John Logan Malbrew of Acadiana with the tackle.
John Logan Malbrew on the tackle for the Rams.
He's got a late flag here. It's going to be a dead ball foul. I think somebody must have said something to an official.
Flags on the play.
Ineligible receiver downfield, number 57.
Ineligible man downfield for the Broncos.
They'll bring the ball back to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that'd be 5 yards. I mean, that's a pretty late call that time. I think Coach Brewers is trying to figure out what happened himself. I mean, he wants somebody to come over and explain this one to him.
Here's a closer look, Greg.
Let's see where it is. There he is. The number 57 right at the 40-yard line. 58 at the 40. The play is not designed to throw the ball up the field. He's supposed to throw it behind the line of scrimmage. And I think that's what caused the problem. That's why the officials had to get some discussion to make sure that the ball was thrown forward.
The officials conferring right around midfield, and David Brewerton at the top of your screen staring steely-eyed on.
Yeah. And again, if that ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage or on the line of scrimmage, you don't get that call.
We'll take one more look at this one, maybe get better clarification. Gonzalez with it.
See that ball? It looks like the ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage, so it should be an illegal man downfield.
Clifton Webb, 57. Ian Boyd, 58.
the entire offensive line took off because that's the way the play is designed.
We'll hear from our head official, Frank Wittenberg.
I think you just come over and talk to the head coach and tell him what they found. Again, I don't think they should penalize him.
.247 remaining here in the second quarter. Ball is currently on the 35-yard line if they assess this 5-yard penalty.
There is no foul for an eligible downfield player. It is third down.
So it'll stay at the 40.
There is no penalty. It'll be second down. Third down.
The line to gain is the 47 for Gonzalez here on 3rd and 7.
That's a good job by the officials, getting everybody together and looking at it and checking it, make sure you get the call right.
They were set to run a 4-wide set. Trips at the top of the screen. Are they potentially going to move this back to second down?
I think
and they have.
Yeah. Well, I think it should be third down.
A collective groan from the fans here. And I'll tell you what, we did a game of the week last season, Brewerton with the Catholic game. We had maybe a 5 or 10 minute delay just for a clarification on the rules. They've got it set now. Acadiana with 3 down linemen, 2 more behind them in the box. Almost jumping the route, and this one is knocked away. Great coverage by the defensive back. 3rd down and 7 coming up. Travian Landry, the junior.
It's lucky that one didn't get picked off because the defensive back read it all the way.
Landry, 6 foot, 180 pounds. Gonzalez taking his time. 2:36 remaining here in the second quarter. Jaden Cockrum at the bottom of the screen. Traylon Sept in motion. Trying to get to the 47-yard line. Blitz. Gonzalez steps up and he's got a little room to run. Throws down the field and knocked away in coverage. A huge defensive stand on 3rd down.
Well, they just had no place to go with the football that time. They had them all covered.
I think that was Taden Collins, number 9, potentially, that broke it up. We'll take a closer look here on replay.
The quarterback's getting outside. He does a good job of buying more time, but there's just no place to put the football.
No, not Collins. That ball intended. The coverage again, John Logan Malbrew. We've called his name a couple times here in the second quarter. That'll bring up 4th and 7 and force the punt. You connect there, you've got a really good shot at least ending here with a field goal, maybe a touchdown. That's a huge play by Malbrew. Babineau, back deep. This one, though, will bounce around at the 30. Takes a Zachary roll to about the 25-yard line. And some time for Acadiana, who does have 3 timeouts, 2:15 remaining.
Reckon Rams will have it 1st and 10.
Greg, it's fun to look around the state, see the rest of the scores. Last night, 2 state champions squared off. Catholic High faced St. Thomas More right here in Lafayette. STM had the longest winning streak in the state, 25 games, and that came to an end. Catholic got the win, 18-14.
Starting to have some big games around the state here.
We also saw Calvary Baptist.
Yeah.
Well, we will also talk about some notable scores during halftime. We'll be able to see the Calvary Baptist game against Neville. That was a good one. Acadiana running off the right side, and the clock will tick as they lead by 7.
You know, Acadiana has the ability, as we saw in the first play of the game for them, the ability to strike deep early, and we'll see if they decide to unleash that passing game.
The Rams will have it 2nd and 7.
We've talked about Caden DeBetta, the quarterback, Colin DeBetta, the wide receiver, their younger brother, who is a freshman, Cohen DeBetta, also on the roster. Rolling out, looking to pass. There's some pressure from Zachary. Throws this one over one level of the defense. It'll just be a long, incomplete pass. 3rd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, I think DeBetta did a good job of getting the football out of his hands. He had too many people coming after him, and there was nobody open. So I think the coaches would feel a little better if you just throw it out of bounds. You know, throwing it back in the middle of the field like that, it's always usually gets in trouble.
The DeBetta family does have some very nice football bloodlines. The father played, and the grandfather for Caden DeBetta is in the Hall of Fame for Holy Cross down in New Orleans. The team that they upset last year when they were number 1 in the state playoffs. So 3rd and 7, 1:35 on the clock here in the second quarter. James brought down in the backfield.
I think Zachary's going to take a timeout right here. They'll get the ball back with 1:25 to go in the half.
We have loss on the play. We have a timeout, Zachary on the field.
Inside linebacker Michael Sept with the tackle.
So does Zachary offense get one more shot before halftime? And I think Zachary gets the football to start the second half.
They did kick off. I'm sure the Acadiana fans, the Zachary fans, watching a little college football, some other high school football earlier today. Zachary, of course, produced one of the top quarterback recruits in the state, Eli Holstein, who's now with the Pitt Panthers. Eli, the starter now, has 3 games in a row at the college level with 300 yards passing. The Panthers are 3-0. They won the backyard brawl today.
I think Eli Holstein started out his college career at Ole Miss.
Yep.
And then
made the transfer to Pittsburgh. They're off to a good start.
Your local courtesy value dealer.
I always think of Pittsburgh as a Big East team. They're the ACC now.
Number 3 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
You remember the last time that Acadiana went back to punt, they snapped the ball over his head and gave up a safety. Let's see if they can't get it right now.
Trey Cheney, the senior for for Zachary, back around the 50-yard line, ready to return. It's a good snap. Good kick, and that's got some air under it.
He may have a chance of returning this one.
Cheney on the Wrecking Rams head. He's past the 50, the 45. Cheney brought down by a man inside the 40-yard line. Pretty good field position for the Broncos.
Ram territory.
When you look at how this game started, and now you're looking at it and you're saying, okay, now Zachary has a chance to tie this thing up and go into halftime.
11 on the tackle.
Looked like the game was getting away from him for a minute. That first quarter was just tough.
38-yard line.
So Zachary, with about 1:13 left on their 5th possession here, the offense comes back out. 2 touchdowns and a safety to their credit. From the right hash. Gonzalez, quick step drop. That ball's held on to. 1st down catch and a little bit more.
And he got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Jaden Cochran, the senior.
Cockerham on the reception.
Zachary still has 2 timeouts left. 67 seconds left to go in the half, and 2 timeouts, and they're in good field position.
Broncos have Traylon Sept and Trey Cheney at the bottom of your screen, 2 wide. Maybe get one of them to make a move and head for the post. See if Gonzalez has time to complete a pass here. He's looking far sideline. Pump fakes. Brought down after about a 5-yard gain.
We'll see if they take the timeout here.
Coach Brewerton on the field.
No, he wants to just go to the line of scrimmage. He's not going to get the timeout.
We're under a minute.
You know, if I'm Zachary, I run the football. I just turn around and hand it off.
2nd down.
Gonzalez through the middle of the line.
Big Darius McKinney on the tackle for the Rams.
And the reason you run the ball, you can catch the defense by surprise, and you're going to call a timeout anyway. So just run the ball. Take advantage of it.
Darius McKinley, Made a couple of big plays in the first and second quarter. Gets a stop there. Forces the timeout with 31.9 remaining here. A lot of folks enjoying the atmosphere here at Bill Dodson Stadium. New turf field. Some other nice amenities as well. Well, let's take a look at some shots from our Quest Pediatric Fan Cam. Discover the Quest difference now with 2 locations in Lafayette and Opelousas. Zachary fans making the trip over from just west of Baton Rouge. Student section for the Wrecking Rams. They have been treated to some pretty good football over the last 20 years.
Yeah, and I tell you what, it's a good crowd here tonight. Saturday night football. Everybody making that adjustment on their Friday night schedule. They moved it a little bit. Good turnout.
You know, wake up, watch College Game Day, maybe catch a game or two, mow the yard, get your tailgate in order, come early. Here's a run by Ruffin. He is untouched, 24 yards into the end zone, and Zachary's a point away from tying it up before the half.
Yeah, that's why you run the football. You catch them by surprise. They all think you're going to throw the ball and try to save time on the clock, and then you just sneak a run inside, and you watch this. Watch the hole open up. It's a good job of running right here. Nobody touched him.
In the attempt to extra point for the Broncos.
Second rushing touchdown of the night for Zachary's offense. One by Gonzalez, now one by Ruffin. The senior kicker, Costa, missed the last extra point. Sends this one through the uprights, and we're tied at 22.
In the first half, tied up. Acadiana.
Watch the running. He goes inside. Everybody gets blocked up, and then he just cuts it back, runs with his eyes, sees the opening, and gets into the end zone.
Huge job by Ian Boyd, the left guard, and Braden White, the center, to make that seal. Huge hole to run through, and Ruffin takes advantage.
You know, coming into the game, there was some concern about the size of the Zachary offensive line versus the size of Acadiana. You know, Acadiana much bigger defensive line. They thought that was going to be an issue for them. Doesn't seem like it slowed this offensive line down at all of Zachary's.
5 possessions on offense tonight for Zachary. They've scored on 3 of them, 2 rushing touchdowns, and the other a 40-yard touchdown catch by Trey Cheney. So they've done it by air and by land. And a very compelling Your View game time game for everybody here on a Saturday night. We're glad you're with us. A little over 30 seconds remaining before we head to the half. Not sure what Acadiana can do. I mean, they did have the quick strike on the game's first play. You could obviously attempt that again. They have all 3 timeouts.
I think it's going to depend on where you get the football. If you get it in pretty good field position, if you're somewhere at the 40, at the 40 or further downfield, you might take a shot.
Fielded at the 25-yard line. They're going to end up 75 yards away from the end zone. Our scoring drive brought to you by Hampton Automotive. Hampton has it. Just 4 plays, 38 yards, less than a minute off the clock, and DeVecchio Ruffin with a 22-yard touchdown run. Little forward progress. It is spotted at the 25-yard line. Wouldn't be surprised if it's just a run to the right or run to the left, let the clock run out, and we'll have a brand new game to start the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, you know, either that or you just turn around, hand it off, and hope that you break one.
They certainly have that ability. DeBetta with the pitch outside, past the 30, inside, right shy of the 40-yard line.
To be a Wrecking Ram first down.
It's a big run on first down, and the ball went out of bounds, so you stop the clock.
Taden Collins moves the chains. Clock started running.
Yeah,
they're going to have to put a little second or 2 back on it.
Well, the Rams are going to
they'll call a timeout.
Yeah.
I think they're going to change the clock too, but nice job by Collins. Try and get some forward progress.
I think get this close, and maybe you take a shot. DeBetta did a good job early in the game with throwing a deep ball. Go ahead and take a shot down the field, see what happens.
I'll tell you what, since 2010, only 4 schools have won 5 state titles. Acadiana, Ouachita Christian, Edna Carr, and St. Thomas More. This program is second to none. Zachary's got 4 championships since 2010, all of those under Coach David Brewerton. You see Coach McCullough there. He won it all in 19 and 20 at his alma mater. Had him back in the title game a year ago.
And with 18, 19 starters and seniors, upperclassmen returning, he's looking to get back there this year.
They wouldn't tell you that they were ahead of schedule last year, but I'll tell you what, they upset some powerful programs. They beat number 1 Holy Cross at Strawberry Stadium. Then they beat Edna Carr in Algiers. I'm telling you, Carr over the last decade, since 2010, has played in 10 championship games. They don't lose playoff games at home. So DeBetta will come back out. 19.5 left on the clock. First and 10. Ball at the 39. Here's Collins again. Sheds a block. That one gets away and rolls out.
Gauthier carries. Fumble rolls out of bounds.
Depending on the spot, that should move the chains, but not a lot of time left.
No, he fumbled it out of bounds. And
line of scrimmage is the 46-yard line of the Rams.
Didn't look like anybody. There you go. Just stripped the ball right there.
Michael Sept on the strip. Maybe the final play here in the second quarter. Pass down the field to Babineau. It's broken up. No flags fly. Jeremiah Smith in coverage for the Broncos. Still about 5.5 seconds remaining.
That's a good defensive play by Smith. I mean, he had a man-to-man coverage, which was surprising. They didn't have a safety over the top, but they left him in man coverage. You watch him take this football. What helps him out is he looks back right there. You know, you teach him to read the receiver's eyes and his hands. When his hands go up and his eyes get big, the ball's coming. You turn around and you go right through his hands and knock the ball away.
Pass again intended for Babineau, the 4-year starter at wideout. He used to play a little cornerback too. Ball's on the 46-yard line. Right hash. 3rd and 3. They'll get the first down run and more. Huge run by Jonah Gaucher as the clock runs out on the first half. One man to beat. He gets tripped up.
I think they're going to put some time back on the clock here. I think they're going to put some time back on the clock.
Zachary is running towards the end zone.
Yeah, the officials are going to huddle, and they may put some time on here. So Zachary may want to hold up. I know Coach Brewerton wants to get his players in the locker room, so it's halftime.
The Wrecking Rams are still on the field on the far right side of your screen.
We'll see what they do here.
The officials are conferring right around the 35-yard line. Gaucher picked up a first down on that run, more than 10 yards. And if when he came down, I don't know if McCullough was trying to call a timeout. Nobody saw it in the rush.
So, halftime.
They're saying that the time did come to an end. And Coach McCullough is hot. There he is saying, I was calling a timeout. We saw a college game earlier this week that they had a play after the broadcast ended, and it changed the game.
Well, Coach McCullough said, hey, look, there was 2 seconds left. I was calling the timeout, and you should have given it to him, and they did give it to him. The officials conferred, and I think, we're going to go to halftime.
We'll step aside. Halftime's about to roll here at Acadiana. You're watching Your View, Louisiana Game Time. And we got a chance to meet with Derry Beckwith, who's down with Coach, trying to get a talk with Coach McCullough, who's still looking back at the officials. I don't know if Derry's going to be able to get him. Let's go down to Derry.
Coach McCullough, take us through that last play from that timeout. I saw you running down. You called the timeout with seconds left on the clock. Take us through that.
I thought we got the timeout. The clock stops when you get a first down. There was about a minute, I say a second and 0.8 left. Calling timeout. The clock should stop on the first down. They're saying that he looked up and the clock was out. So, it is what it is.
You had a 15-0 lead to start off. You allowed Zachary back into this game. What's your message to your team at halftime?
We got to be better on third downs. You know, we had one high snap, but we've got to be better on third downs. We gave up, I think, every touchdown was on a third and long. They did a good job on third and long, making some plays.
Appreciate you, man. Have a good look second half. Absolutely. Thank you.
Very gracious by Coach McCullough with our ITI Technical College sideline report. The game of the week on Your View returns after this. Halftime rolls when we come back.
Hold on, I'm coming. You didn't tell me you were getting McDonald's.
Bundle up your favorites for breakfast like a sausage McGriddles with hash browns for just $2.59. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Today, it's not just how much you make that counts. It's how much you keep. At Egan Insurance, protecting your wealth is our major priority. One that comes with a promise that no matter what threatens your wealth, accident, theft, fire, or illness, we'll be there to protect your financial assets just as we have for more than 60 years. Egan Insurance. How those who've made it, keep it.
Our dealership is named after our family, and that's not changing. Since 2001, Hampton Toyota's family has grown to include you, customers, and coworkers who we've worked with to build trust, commitment, and form meaningful relationships. At Hampton, just like in our name, Toyota comes second. And that's okay, because we're not just selling cars, we're a local family business from one generation to the next.
Papa, Hampton has it.
Oh, Hampton's hot.
I bet you there's no better feeling than celebrating a touchdown with a fancy touchdown dance. Why don't you show us a few moves for when we get big settlements?
You just gotta get into it first. You gotta run into it and you gotta... I can't do that. Start putting that arm back there now.
We can call this the diggity shovel.
I like that, the diggity shovel.
Laborde Earls, proud partners with Jamal Williams.
I love commercials.
For over 75 years, the Butcher AC family has helped cool South Louisiana's homes and businesses with high quality, dependable, and professional air conditioning, sales, and service. A clear line of communication with a true voice, gathering your information and dispatching it to our professional team gets you the quick response and comfort of a job well done.
Butcher, a name you can trust.
Right now, get rebates and special financing during Butcher's 75-year anniversary celebration.
It's hard to stop a train.
I'm fixing to celebrate in flavor, be king of grill night, and best of all, make fond memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Find us online or in a grocery store near you, and get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
22 all between Zachary and Acadiana here at Bill Dotson Stadium in Lafayette Parish, the Your View Louisiana game of the week. We have a chance now to take a look around the state with the high school spotlight. Let's roll it.
Welcome back into the high school spotlight. The LHSAA Cross Country Championships are truly a test of endurance for our student athletes. Each November in Natchitoches, the best runners in Louisiana converge on Northwestern State's campus. Aiden Monaster is a senior at Parkview Baptist and the reigning champion in Division III. Monaster crossed the finish line 12 seconds ahead of his next competitor and helped lead Parkview to their third consecutive state title. Our Spencer Verrett filed this report.
The Eagles have brought home the last 3 state championships on the boys' side. Senior Aiden Monaster has been a part of all 3 teams and is ready for more in 2024.
It's been great. I guess we kind of stepped up training a lot. Our team has grown tremendously, especially on the girls' side, and we're building up our boys' side to see what we can do at state and try to four-peat maybe. It's been great training with everyone. Having some extra people to train with, especially after last track season, me kind of being on my own with injury and getting through it, trying to get to the national level. But I think it's been pretty great this summer to step up our training.
Normally, playing in the Superdome is a privilege reserved for those who have made the Prep Classic. But Rummel and Lafayette Christian moved their game due to bad weather. Raiders back Norman Taylor, a 6-foot, 185-pound senior, gets Rummel on the board in what will be a very high-scoring game. Sophomore back Corian Hawkins puts on a nice display of speed and power in Caesars Superdome, getting the Raiders back into the end zone. LCA is looking to replace Gatorade Player of the Year Jawan Johnson at quarterback, and it looks like Braylon Walker is the man for the job. Walker stays patient and finds Braden Allen for the 22-yard pickup on second down, putting the Knights late in position to score. Walker at QB is a 5'11", 160-pound junior. And on this play, after rolling out to his left, Braylon will go airborne at the goal line for the touchdown. Rummel ends up winning the game in the Dome by a score of 42-35. And we're joined by the head coach for Dominican Volleyball now, Jessica Chatelier. Coach, thanks for taking the time. Just give us an idea of how the season has started in 24.
It's been a great start to the year. We played 2 matches last week to start off our regular season, and returning to our starting lineup, we have our starting middle from last year, Zoe Mitchell, who has been a great leader for us physically on the court. Our defense is pretty solid from last year. We return our libero. She's been our starting libero for the past 2 years. Lauren Pipitone. She was also named best player in the state of Louisiana for the preseason for Max Preps. We took a hit as far as people that had been in our lineup for the past 2 years, but you know, these girls have stepped in and have waited their turn to get out on the court, and they're really taking advantage of it.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Get your kids ready for those summertime smiles with Quest Pediatric Dentistry. At Quest, we strive to provide a fun and comforting environment to make sure your kids are excited to visit the dentist. Summer break is almost here and appointments are filling up fast. Hurry and book your child's cleaning with us today. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you and your family in Lafayette and Opelousas. Call us today or visit us online at questdds.com.
At Resources for Human Development, we understand that navigating the challenges of this world can be daunting. That's why we've partnered with New Orleans' Health Department to launch the Mobile Crisis Intervention Unit, a 4th branch of emergency response. A team of behavioral health professionals will respond immediately to your location to help you resolve your crisis. In our first 6 months, we've responded to more than 1,300 behavioral health crisis calls from the community, and we're just getting started. Learn more at rhd.org.
From now on, it's all about us. Starting a family, buying a car, our first home.
They told you to open an account, then turned you away. They said, come back when you're ready. You said, we're ready now.
I know we're going to make it.
Hope makes it happen. Thousands of your neighbors, many who never had a bank account before, improved their lives with Hope Credit Union. You can too. Brighter futures begin with Hope.
We're tied up 22 apiece here at halftime. Our Your View Louisiana Game of the Week. Garrett Walbert, Greg Bowser, and Derry Beckwith on tonight's call. We have a chance to look around Week 2 notable scores. The Neville Tigers get the win at Calvary Baptist 42-38 and end Calvary's 15-game win streak. Catholic has won 18-14 over St. Thomas More on Friday night into the Cougars' 25-game win streak. Lafayette Christian all over Karen Crow 38-21, and Central 2-0. They win 31-6 in the Amite River battle over Denham Springs. Let's take a closer look at that Neville Calvary Baptist game that you saw on Your View on Friday night. That was a fantastic score, back and forth action between the Tigers and the Cavaliers. Starting off, Jalen Nichols from the red zone, number 9, with one of several touchdown runs on the night, and that'll get Neville on the board. Cavalry will answer. Colby Thomas with the long touchdown catch, one of 4 touchdown receptions on the evening. An amazing wide receiver, Jalen Nichols, on 4th and 3. His second touchdown of the night, gets past the 30-yard line, and it's green grass in front of him. Nice job by Neville to answer that Calvary score. Touchdown by Braylon Huglin, 15 yards, corner of the end zone. Number 1 gets loose and scores. Neville will recover. Caleb Vaughn with a slashing touchdown in the back of the end zone. Nice catch there. Calvary getting the action, but Neville here with the run. Vaughn gets into the end zone. Neville's Parker Robinson, the quarterback, on the keeper, makes the cut at the 5, power move into the end zone, and he scores. Again, Colby Thomas, it's a foot race, 80 yards, makes the catch at midfield, one man to beat, turns on the Jets, and they get a hand on him, but they won't bring him down. Nice second effort, his second touchdown of the night. James Simon in the red zone. That was for 2, made it 35-33. Another ball chucked down the field. Guess who? Colby Thomas. Several touchdowns of 50-plus yards on the evening. 2 scores in the fourth quarter for him. Here's Calvary at home. Simon gets into the end zone on the 2-point conversion, and then Colby Thomas almost have one in every quarter. Goes over his defender, mosses the man, and gets in for his 4th touchdown of the night. Jamarian Roberson, sideline run with a burst, and he'll get into the end zone. This game going down to the wire, and Neville trying to win on the road. They improve to 2-0. Don't forget our game of the week coming up next Friday. You'll see Shaw at Rummel, Hank Tierney taking on Nick Monica and the Raiders. That's Friday, September 20th at 7 p.m. We'll step aside our final break before Greg and I come back. We'll talk about halftime, scores, and highlights when we're after this.
Hold on, I'm coming. You didn't tell me you were getting McDonald's.
Bundle up your favorites for breakfast like a sausage McGriddles with hash browns for just $2.59. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At Nick's Refrigeration, more goes into servicing your AC and heating system than you realize.
Go! That's it. Good job. Good job.
Bring it higher.
Turn it up, boy. Get it done.
Good morning, Nick's Refrigeration.
Nick's Refrigeration, we are ready to serve your AC heating needs. I'm fixin' to celebrate in flavor. Be king of grill night. And best of all, I'm fixin' to make fun memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Our U.S. farm-raised tender Louisiana catfish will turn your grill nights into thrill nights. So what are you waiting for? Make tonight a good one. Make tonight a Guidry's night. Find us online or in a grocery store near you. And get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
We've known you for a few years now, so let's do kind of a lightning round.
Think of it as a 2-minute drill, but with questions.
Ooh, okay.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Spicy or mild?
Spicy.
Crawfish or shrimp?
Boiled crawfish.
Your favorite holiday?
Mardi Gras for sure.
You've been hurt in an accident. What's the next thing that you do?
That's a no-brainer. Call the Board Earls at all 7s.
Bonus question.
Favorite attorney, David
or Digger?
I plead the 5th.
Well played.
Wise choice.
From upstream and midstream to downstream and renewable, you can count on Danos. The world needs energy, and we deliver. Visit danos.com today.
A light rain falling here at Bill Dodson Stadium. Greg and I doing our best to keep dry here high above near the press box. Greg, that was a great showing by Acadiana, up 15-0 to start, but Zachary was able to answer a couple of punches.
Yeah, and I think a lot of credit goes to Zachary because, look, for a minute in that first quarter, it looked like Acadiana was just going to walk away with this thing, and then Zachary stayed with it. They stayed positive, and some good things happened to him. And all of a sudden, the second quarter, they just took over and just came back in, and now it's a fist fight.
Zachary did a great job, too. Of course, they did it on offense, but they were able to kind of answer Acadiana's veer split.
Yeah, the veer's not giving them a lot of problems. They've solved the issue. They're stopping the dive inside. The only thing that's hurting them sometimes is when the quarterback pulls it and keeps it to the outside and gets a big play. They've got to make some adjustments to that as well.
We're tied at 22 apiece. Let's take a look at highlights. Stu DeBetta was able to hook up on a 72-yard score to the game's first play. And then, of course, Acadiana got going again with Taylon Collins in a 2-yard touchdown run. Gonzalez gets into the end zone on the keeper from 10 yards out. And then, of course, Gaucher would answer back for Zachary, a nice run. For Acadiana. Ties the game up here. So a very compelling first half between these two. And it should be Zachary getting the ball back on the kick by Acadiana.
Zach will have a chance to go on offense first, and that's going to be big for them. See if they can continue that momentum and get another score.
Game Time on Your View returns after this. Stay with us, folks. Second half action.
Butcher, a name you can trust.
Right now, get rebates and special financing during Butcher's 75-year anniversary celebration.
It's hard to stop a train.
There are many signs to help protect us from harm, to warn us from harming ourselves, or prevent us from harming others. But sometimes the best sign is the one that protects you from things you never knew or even thought would hurt you. Egan Insurance, the sign of quality insurance protection since 1954.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
I'm fixin' to celebrate in flavor, be king of grill night, and best of all, I'm fixin' to make fun memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Our U.S. farm-raised tender Louisiana catfish will turn your grill nights into thrill nights. So what are you waiting for? Make tonight a good one. Make tonight a Guidry's night. Find us online or in a grocery store near you. And get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
Game Time on Your View is brought to you by Laborde Earls Injury Lawyers, on your side. Hope Credit Union. Brighter futures begin with hope. ITI Technical College, your key to a better life.
Nick's Refrigeration, your comfort specialist.
Trapp Chevrolet in Homa, where we're always on your side. Catch every game live or on demand at watch.yourview.com. Follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram.
Hey, airline travelers, let's say you have a problem and you need to change or cancel an existing airline reservation. What do? Well, Skywatch is a free service that can help anyone with any airline reservation fix it. Whether you want to cancel it, change your dates, or add passengers, we can help fix your airline reservations so you get exactly what you need. We've updated our computer database and now have access to every airline around the globe. So now you can make one phone call regardless of who booked your airline ticket, and we'll change it, cancel it, and fix it for you. We know the insider secrets to fixing reservations that the airlines don't want you to know about. So if you need to cancel, change, or modify an existing airline reservation, call Skywatch right now. It's a free call, so let us fix it for you.
Call 855-642-8506. That's 855-642-8506. 855-642-8506.
Have you filed for disability benefits but were denied by the Social Security Administration? Or do you need to apply for benefits and are overwhelmed with paperwork? Are you between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury? Thousands of hardworking Americans are in your situation. They file for disability benefits every month and are unnecessarily denied their much-needed benefit check. Call now for a no-obligation, free evaluation. We can help you nearly double your chances of approval and get your benefit checks faster. We understand the physical, emotional, and financial impact and will share our insider expertise. There is a time limit to apply. We're here to help you get your disability claim filed and paid as soon as possible. Please, time is limited. So, if you are between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury, call right now and let us help you file your disability claim with the Social Security Administration.
It's the best of the best for you this week on Sports Stars of Tomorrow. In today's show, we're revisiting some of our most popular stories from the past year. We'll tell you about a 5-star quarterback in Georgia, and also highlight 2 All-Americans in basketball who both draw inspirations from their families. You'll also hear from a top volleyball prospect in Chicago, and the recruiting trail will take us out to Utah for a 2025 recruit. That's all coming up next on Sports Stars of Tomorrow. Welcome to Sports Stars of Tomorrow. I'm your host, Charles Davis. In today's show, we'll be showing you some of our most popular stories from the past few months. We'll start with a blue-chip quarterback in Georgia in our 5-star feature. Sometimes the top prospect will transfer a time or two to make sure he's in the right situation. Dylan Raiola has made a few different stops in his young journey. He spent time in Texas and Arizona in his high school career. Before his final prep season, he played at Buford High School, which is roughly an hour away from the University of Georgia, where Dylan was verbally committed to last summer.
Yeah, it feels great. It's been a blessing to just come up to this great, historic town, and it's just been very welcoming by the whole community and by the football team.
It's exciting, you You never know, but the big deal around here is we compete and we see who's the best one, and he's fit in real well. When I told him, we come here, we compete for, he's like, yes, sir, that's all I want to do. He's made the right stuff. I think he fits in really well with our culture and how we do things around here.
I'm playing a lot of receiver this year, for sure. For sure. Dylan's a great person. As soon as he came in here, I felt like he was family already.
I just wanted to get in here with my brother. My brother came with me, and we wanted to just get in here and grind with them and just really mesh with them that way. And it's been nothing but great vibes, and just being around each other has been a blast.
Georgia, Texas, and Arizona have been just a few places football's taken Dylan, though. The story really started back in Detroit. Dylan and his brother Dayton come from a family of athletes. Their mom was a swimmer at the University of Hawaii. Their sister Taylor plays volleyball at TCU. And then, of course, there's their father. Dominic Raiola was an All-American offensive lineman at the University of Nebraska and then spent 14 years in the NFL with the Detroit Lions. As a youngster, Dylan and his brother got to hang out with their dad and learn a little bit about what it's like to be an NFL player.
They were more excited to go to work with me than they were to go to school. It would be like the dog waiting to go outside, at 5 in the morning.
We would be up before my dad just because we were so excited to get into the facility. We'd go out to the field and we would just play the whole day.
And they would come down and hang out with Calvin Johnson and Matthew Stafford and go on the field, and Matt Prater would teach them how to kick.
He's catching passes from Nate Burleson and Calvin Johnson and, no big deal. It was exciting, to see that for them. And we look back at pictures and we're like, wow, that's really awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. Me and my brother didn't know what we were getting into, but at the same time, we just embraced it. And, now we look back at it as a huge blessing.
Although Dylan loved football at a young age, he wasn't always a quarterback. It was actually a former teammate of his father's, John Kitna, who told Dylan he should move to QB. Kitna was coaching high school football in Texas a few years ago when he paid the Raiola family a visit and got to see Dylan throw.
COVID happened, so we were locked up for I think 6 months or whatever it was. At our house, we had a gym set up. So we were just grinding there, and then, Coach Kitna came with his whole family for a 2-week visit. And I was, working out with his younger son, throwing the ball around. And Coach Kitna, came up to me and told me that, you're going to play quarterback and don't let nobody tell you you're not. So, I kind of just took that, rode with it, and here I am today.
Dylan spent his first 2 high school seasons in Burleson, Texas, playing for Kitna. After a year and a half in Arizona, the whole family is now in Georgia, and Dylan is the #1 ranked player in the 2024 class. He has prototype size at 6 feet 3 inches tall and 220 pounds, and his arm strength has scouts buzzing.
I think he's a student. I think he's always learning. He's always willing to learn. He's always willing to try something new. I think the student part of it is going to take him such a long way. I mean, he's gotten to share the field, like working out with Patrick Mahomes and, and different types of quarterback trainers.
Just being a sponge to everybody. My dad said, I got to be able to train with Patrick Mahomes. One thing he told me was just to work on the small things and don't try to take on everything at once. Take it, day by day, step by step. But I love being a student of the game. I love the scheme things, understanding defenses, understanding how to beat defenses, understanding where your weakness is in the offense, run checks, all that kind of stuff off the field, just to allow me to go onto the field and play full speed and play at my max potential.
Dylan's recruitment took one last twist before signing day. He flipped to his father's alma mater, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. The expectations will be sky high for him there, but Dylan will be up for it. He's trying to do what his father did, not only reach the NFL, but also have a long career.
I'm very fortunate to have him in the house. People say that they don't know everything, but I think my dad knows pretty much close to everything. He's seen it all, he's done it all. So just to have him pour into me every day, it's a true blessing.
We're excited that we raised a good young man that if you're a good person, you're a good son, you're a good brother, you're a good teammate. And all of those things matter. I don't like to put ceilings on what our kids can do. We want to have them shoot for the sky and go chase that.
If you missed anything from this past season of Sports Stars of Tomorrow, it's all waiting for you on our website. See our features on elite football prospects like Colin Simmons, Jeremiah Smith, and the National High School Football Player of the Year, DJ Lagway.
Just being able to make different type of throws, being different with my legs, that's what really sets me apart.
You also see features on some of the top players in boys and girls basketball, from Boogie Flan to Sarah Strong to Ace Baylor.
Ace is the best player in the country. I've been saying that since last year. He's the best player in the country.
We have interviews with athletes in several other sports as well. And don't forget to check out our Journey to Greatness section to hear some Hall of Famers share their stories. That's all at sportsstarsoftomorrow.com. We need a timeout, but more great stories are on the way, including a 5-star basketball recruit from Tampa. That's next.
Want more Sports Stars of Tomorrow? Follow Sports Stars TV on your favorite social media platforms. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Accept the trade-offs of treating or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. One dose quickly stops migraine in its tracks. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
I'm certain it's level 5.
Are you for imprint certain?
I'm certain it's level 5.
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love, printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
We've always loved taking care of our home, but last year, Grandpa here broke his arm. We realized some home maintenance jobs aren't worth the risk.
That's when we call Leaf Filter to protect our gutters.
Leaf Filter's patented filter technology keeps debris out of your gutters for good.
They gave us a free inspection, and we had the system installed that week.
My only regret is not calling them sooner.
Now we can focus on what we really enjoy.
Join millions of satisfied homeowners. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER today or visit leaffilter.com.
When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Ride it out with the trade-offs of treating or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. One dose works fast to eliminate migraine pain. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Hey, airline travelers, let's say you have a problem and you need to change or cancel an existing airline reservation. What do? Well, Skywatch is a free service that can help anyone with any airline reservation fix it. Whether you want to cancel it, change your dates, or add passengers, we can help fix your airline reservations so you get exactly what you need. We've updated our computer database and now have access to every airline around the globe. So now you can make one phone call regardless of who booked your airline tickets, and we'll change it, cancel it, and fix it for you. We know the insider secrets to fixing reservations that the airlines don't want you to know about. So if you need to cancel, change, or modify an existing airline reservation, call Skywatch right now. It's a free call, so let us fix it for you.
Call 855-642-8506. That's 855-642-8506. 855-642-8506.
Miss anything from the show or just want to see it again? See all the videos we have online at sportsstarsoftomorrow.com.
For this week's Sports Star Spotlight, we're visiting an athlete from Florida whose older sibling has also been on the show. Just like a lot of basketball prospects across the country, Carter Knox loves to head to the gym to put in work. Though he's now in Atlanta with Overtime Elite, this particular gym at Tampa Catholic High School will always be special to him because his brother's name is on the outside and his image is all over the inside.
It's a blessing, he gave back TC, donated, make it to the NBA, so yeah, it's a blessing.
Kevin Knox is a player we met here back in 2016, and a few years ago, he made a generous donation to help build these facilities at his former high school.
It's fantastic. I mean, we have new weight room facilities, we have new locker room facilities, we've upgraded the entire gym, jumbotron board. So a total amount of like $6.2 million went into renovating this gym, and it would not have happened without Kevin Knox.
It's so surreal. I mean, he works so hard, and it's a blessing because to have a son that takes giving back so seriously.
That's very important. One, giving back, just being blessed and knowing that what you have, not everybody has.
Carter was the third of 3 Knox boys to play at Tampa Catholic. His older brother, Kobe, is now a sophomore at the University of South Florida. Watching his older siblings play was definitely inspiring for Carter when he was young, and when he wasn't allowed to play with them, he just trained on his own.
Carter had it at young. He had the it factor because we used to see the other kids have practice, and we used to see Carter over in the corner with his own cones and setting up his cones, doing his own drills, and he entertained himself with sports.
He has just a eerie type of, I'm gonna be better than you. And I think we saw that growing up. My wife and I, we talked about it, that you ever notice Carter's over there by himself doing drills? Did you set those drills? I didn't set the drills up, I thought you did. And he's over there just working, just doing, and so you saw he's watching his brothers do drills and he's trying to replicate on his own. So, it kind of goes from a little inner self-discipline type of individual.
I was down there with the cones, dribbling, doing everything, and my brother was doing on the other side. They say, practice makes perfect. So, I'm just trying to get 1% better every day.
All of that work has paid dividends for Carter. He's one of the highest rated players in the country. 24/7 Sports ranks the 6'6" wing among the top 15 players overall for 2024. And next year, he'll be in Lexington to play for the Kentucky Wildcats. There are many exciting days ahead for the Knox family. One son is in the pros, another in college, Carter on his way, and younger sister Ashley is one to watch in the girls' game for 2026. With so much inspiration within his own family, Carter Knox can't help but dream big.
I want to be the best player of all time. I want to be the greatest. 20 years from now, 30 years from now, I want to be in that GOAT conversation. Hey, that kid Carter Knox, he was a bad man back in the day.
He still needs to get better, and he knows that. He's still working to get better, but I foresee that he's probably going to make a lot of money playing basketball somewhere down the line.
If Kevin Knox can make it to the NBA, then why can't Kobe Knox and why can't Carter Knox make it to the NBA? So we have a motto here: hard work makes dreams come true. And all my kids know that we always say, nobody works harder than the Knoxes. And that's what we try and do. And if you do those things, guess what? Your dreams will become true.
Now let's make a stop in Chicago. It's a school with an origin that goes all the way back to 1846. While its name and location have changed over time, Mother Macaulay has a proud history of education and athletics in the city of Chicago.
Well, I believe we still are the largest all-girls Catholic school in the nation. I was a graduate here and a player here, and so this school means a lot to me as not only a coach, but as a mom and as an alum. One of the words that we use to describe our program is tradition. And while tradition is hard to build up in a program, it's hard to break down too.
The school has seen several generations of mothers and daughters come through and maintain its standards of success. And Ellie White is a young lady who is certainly doing her part. Her mother Colleen also played here, and that helped Ellie get started on her journey.
She was my first ever coach in 4th grade, so I was really just born into this sport. I mean, I grew up playing multiple sports, but volleyball, I think she really just drew my inspiration to it. I mean, I loved having her as a coach, and she just motivated me to always do my best too, and she was obviously hard on me, and I think that's also why I'm hard on myself these days.
It's been a blast being able to be in the gym with my girls. So we never force or make anybody play a sport that they don't like, but Ellie has always been somebody that loved the sport and had fun.
You could just tell at a younger age, she didn't like to lose, and she was very competitive at everything she did.
Ellie's been coming to camp since she's been in 1st grade here. So we've been waiting and watching Ellie develop and become the great player she is since she was probably 6 years old.
Ellie's been a varsity player since her freshman year. Since that time, she's accomplished quite a lot. As a sophomore, she and her older sister Grace led the Mighty Macs to a state runner-up finish. Over the last 2 years, Ellie has taken her game to another level. She's won the Illinois Gatorade Player of the Year twice. She's a 2-time All-American, and she's helped the Mighty Macs win their 16th and 17th state championships.
We knew what the goal was, and so even in summer workouts, like we knew we wanted a banner in our gym. Then getting that was kind of just like wow, it was just kind of like a relief. And then being Gatorade Player of the Year, I mean, there's really nothing better than that.
She is the kind of player that I can talk to about changing something in a timeout. We can talk about adjusting something or doing something that we haven't practiced, and she can just take it in and actually just get out there and do it without even practicing it. That is like a 1% type of player. I could say in my 28 years here, I probably had 5 of those type of players, and we've had some pretty great talent here.
Next year, Ellie will be playing in the Big Ten, and she's given her commitment to the Michigan Wolverines. When Ellie moves on, the traditions at Macaulay will continue. But she's done everything she can to ensure the next generation knows how high the standard will be.
She volunteers a lot with our grammar school tournaments and clinics, and she, on her off day, comes into our little kids' 11-year-old practice, and they're just swarming her, taking pictures.
I think it's so funny because Coach Gerald just tells me, like, they're so excited to see you, like, they gasp when they see you. I just try to be the best role model I can be.
Well, I just find it so great that these little girls have found something in Ellie that inspire them, and they look up to her.
She just really has a good heart, and her personality is infectious, and so many kids just want to be Ellie White.
It's time for another break, but more basketball prospects are on the way, so make sure you stay with us.
Want more Sports Stars of Tomorrow? Follow Sports Stars TV on your favorite social media platforms. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Have you filed for disability benefits but were denied by the Social Security Administration? Or do you need to apply for benefits and are overwhelmed with paperwork? Are you between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury? Thousands of hardworking Americans are in your situation. They file for disability benefits every month and are unnecessarily denied their much-needed benefit check. Call now for a no-obligation, free evaluation. We can help you nearly double your chances of approval and get your benefit checks faster. We understand the physical, emotional, and financial impact and will share our insider expertise. There is a time limit to apply. We're here to help you get your disability claim filed and paid as soon as possible. Please, time is limited. So, if you are between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury, call right now and let us help you file your disability claim with the Social Security Administration.
Miss anything from the show or just want to see it again? See all the videos we have online at sportsstarsoftomorrow.com.
It's time for a trip on the recruiting trails. We hit the road to meet some of the nation's best prospects. This week, we're stopping in Utah at Wasatch Academy to meet five-star prospect Isaiah Harwell. As we start looking ahead to the 2025 class, Isaiah Harwell is going to be one of the biggest names in prep basketball over the next year. He's originally from Pocatello, Idaho, which may not be exactly the first place that comes to mind when you're talking about five-star basketball recruits. Isaiah, though, picked up the game pretty quickly thanks to his dad and his two older brothers. His father, Ron, played at Idaho State, and both of his brothers have played at the college level as well. When he was little, Isaiah just wanted to keep up with them.
My dad and my brothers really got me into it. So my dad just coached my oldest brother, and so I just picked up from my oldest brother and then my middle brother, and then we just kept going on for it. I just looked up to him, and I thought the sport was fun, so I tried it out.
Isaiah is now ranked in the national top 10 for the 2025 class. The 6'6" combo guard is an unselfish player who tries to help all of his teammates contribute.
I just try to bring like a winning spirit, you know. I ain't trying to like be a guy that just stands out and just does flashy stuff but still lose. You know, I'm just trying to make our team win. I try to get everybody involved because later in the game, it can't just be me. Because if I need to kick it to my teammate, I got full trust in them to make it if they keep making it.
For the past 2 years, Isaiah has been at Wasatch Academy in Utah because he wanted to play a national schedule and prove himself against other elite prospects.
I mean, it's fun, you know. This league was probably like the biggest league I ever played in. You know, all the top teams like Montverde. So I mean, it was a cool experience. I think it helped me a lot because everybody's, you know, there's no like weak links in the NRBC, so everybody's good. So you gotta show up.
For his next stop, Isaiah is starting to zero in on a short list of schools. He's already taken a visit to Gonzaga, and some other high major programs like Texas, Houston, and North Carolina are also in pursuit. Isaiah says that a program's culture is going to be one of the main things he looks at when he takes his visits.
Just a great college like team bonding, just how the players get along with the coaches and the coaches get along with the players, just how good morale. I just say it's a blessing, you know. God put me in that position, so I'm trying to make the most of it.
Isaiah may very well be the best basketball prospect to ever come out of Idaho. And soon, he'll be proudly representing his home state at one of the best college programs in America. Now, let's check out a big-name prospect in Texas. Back in the late 1980s, future Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal exploded onto the national recruiting scene at Cole High School in San Antonio. Today, his daughter, Miara, is an All-American in the Houston area. The 6'4" forward attends Episcopal High School.
I would say that I'll try to involve everybody on my team. I'm not really a selfish player, and I really play all around. Pretty much the 3, 4. I like to shoot the 3. I like to score off the screen, off the dribble.
While her offensive game is a bit different from her father's, one thing she does just like her dad is dominate the post with block shots.
Definitely, I try to block as many shots as I can and also get as many rebounds as I can.
While she obviously gets asked about her father a lot, let's not overlook how important her mother, Shawnee, is in her life. After all, that's who she lives with in Houston.
She's definitely my rock. She goes everywhere with me. She's extremely supportive. She pushes me. She's pretty much my best friend. Like, she's the main person.
Of course, Miara's father is equally important, always willing to offer his support and advice, whether it's on the court, in recruiting, or anything else.
He works a lot, so I don't really get to see him, but, you know, we have FaceTime and stuff like that. So me and him have a relationship. He's very supportive in whatever I do.
Miara was heavily recruited by several power conference programs, including Florida, Baylor, Tennessee, and her father's alma mater, LSU. Miara will be in the SEC next year, but not at the same school dear old dad attended. She signed with the Florida Gators. We have one last break, but be sure to come back to see our latest viewer highlight tape.
Closed captioning for Sports Stars of Tomorrow is brought to you by Skechers Hands-Free Slip-Ins.
Snoop Dogg told me about hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
Harry, that's money I ever spent. Alien Butler, demonstrate slip-ins.
I just step in and they're off. Try Skechers slip-ins.
Hey, airline travelers, let's say you have a problem and you need to change or cancel an existing airline reservation. What do? Well, Skywatch is a free service that can help anyone with any airline reservation fix it. Whether you want to cancel it, change your dates, or add passengers, we can help fix your airline reservations so you get exactly what you need. We've updated our computer database and now have access to every airline around the globe. So now you can make one phone call regardless of who booked your airline tickets us, and we'll change it, cancel it, and fix it for you. We know the insider secrets to fixing reservations that the airlines don't want you to know about. So if you need to cancel, change, or modify an existing airline reservation, call Skywatch right now. It's a free call, so let us fix it for you.
Call 855-642-8506. That's 855-642-8506. 855-642-8506.
Are you certain he'll fit?
Sure.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters. When you need certain promo gear, you can be certain 4 Imprints got it. Quality apparel? Got it. Drinkware? Got it. Bags? High-tech? Outdoor? Got it, got it, got it. So go get it at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Ride it out with the trade-offs of treating or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. One dose works fast to eliminate migraine pain. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you.
Well, we have weathered the delay. It is 22-all between Zachary and Acadiana. Garrett Walford, Greg Bowser, and Derry Beckwith here in Acadiana. Zachary and Acadiana with a nice game. It was really a tale of 2 different quarters. Acadiana jumped out early, 15-0, and a great job by Zachary and Coach Brewerton's team to tie it up at 15 apiece. Craig, let's take a look at our first half stats, brought to you by Laborde Earls Injury Lawyers.
Well, you look at the stats, and it's reflective of how close this game really is. I mean, 11 first downs for Acadiana, and Zachary right behind him with 10. You know, that's the thing that really jumps out at me is the rushing difference. You're looking at 98 yards versus 196. That's a big one. And then, you know, total offense, look how close it is. I mean, Gary, this game's been played pretty close, and it's been a clean ball game. You know, 2 penalties for Zachary and 3 penalties for Acadiana. So not a sloppy football game considering the weather conditions and not a lot of turnovers. So it's been a good close game, good, well-played game. I think the momentum is with Zachary because they did so much late in that second quarter. Well, we'll see what happens right after halftime.
Our first half spots brought to you by Laborde Earls Injury Attorneys. Call all 7s or visit onmyside.com. The Acadiana Wrecking Rams take the field. We can go down on the sidelines with our Derry Beckwith.
Talking to Coach Brewerton at halftime, he talked about he loved the fight from his ball club. They were down 15-0. They only have 4 returning starters. He told them at halftime, keep fighting, keep playing physical. They got back in his ball game, so he's looking forward to see what they can do the second half. Back to you, Garrett.
Derry, thank you very much. I don't know how you're drier than we are. We're up here underneath the press box, and we got a pretty good rain here. But again, you can see it. Brand new turf right here at Acadiana. Hopefully it drains very well, safe for the student athletes to continue. We have weathered the storm, and I believe we're just about ready to get back underway.
Well, just a little rain shower cools us off. Let's hope there's no lightning around that will delay us some more. But I know both teams it's nothing. New ball game. Come out and play one half of football and see what happens.
Well, the students decided to hang out and stick around. Should have a pretty nice crowd filing back into their seats here. Coach McCullough obviously was hot. The final play of the first half, he thought he should have had a second left after a first down run and maybe get a chance at one more shot at the end zone.
Well, and you know what? He makes a very good point because when you pick up a first down, the clock stops. They picked up the first down. The guy was tackled, and there was still about a second and a half or 2 seconds left on the clock when he went down. So probably should have gotten that extra time. But the official thought better of it and said no, it was halftime. I think they're going to start the game here with a personal foul against Acadiana High. I didn't see what happened, but they're going to do it. I think it may be calling it on the coach because he was arguing that he had time left on the clock.
So they'll kick off from the 25. Zachary receiving to get us started here in the third quarter.
Which should give Zachary pretty good field position.
Both these teams, no strangers to the Prep Classic, playing in the Superdome. But we're ready to get back underway here in the third quarter. That one's got some distance to it, and it'll bound away into the end zone. And Zachary will have the typical starting field position as we get underway here in the third.
What a kick. That'll bring it out to about the 25-yard line. You can see what they got there.
Caleb Gonzalez has done a nice job from the second quarter on, basically mixing the rush and the pass. His passing's been on target.
You know, he came out, seemed like he was a little unsettled, but then he settled down in the second quarter, and his offense just took off.
We'll see what kind of push that Acadiana can get. They were able to go back to their locker room. For Zachary, they headed out to their school buses in the parking lot and weathered the storm. Everybody got loose on the field for about 10 minutes, and we're ready to get back underway. Trip wide receivers at the top of your screen. Hand off to Nate James, left side, runs to the short side of the field, and he'll lose a yard or two. Darius McKinley, the junior defensive tackle, or the end, with the stop.
Nate James on the carry, loss of 2.
Coach McCullough told us that Darius is about an inch or two shorter than his older brother Dominic. Not quite as tall as Dom. He's more of an end lineup, whereas Dominic McKinley will just come blowing through the line out the middle.
Yeah, Darius, he's played well tonight as well. I mean, he's doing a good job of holding it up. And again, Acadiana's playing that three-man front, so that makes it tough on against the run. But, you know, they're getting the job done.
Now DeVecchio Ruffin in the backfield with Gonzalez for Zachary. Gonzalez does all he can to get his mitts back on that ball after it hit the turf, bounced back up to him, and a loss of about 4.
Well, Gonzalez that time, he's just faking the dive in there. He's reading it. You watch him, he's going to fake the dive. Now he's going to read it, and as he tries to pull it out, it hits the hip of the running back and fumble. He's lucky to get the ball back.
Don't know how much the wet conditions played into that one, but now third and very long. Ball is back on the 10-yard line, so they have lost 10 yards over the last 2 plays. Three wide receivers, bottom of the screen. Don't know how offensive they want to be here. Backed up so far, they will choose to run it.
I think you have a face mask call right there. That's going to be a big one because it's going to give Zachary a first down.
There is a flag.
If that's a face mask, an automatic first down could be coming. We'll see what the officials say.
Yeah, it was either a face mask or a horse collar because he spun him around pretty good.
Again, Frank Wittenberg, our head referee tonight.
15 yards.
Personal foul, face mask against the defense. 15 yards, still third down.
I thought it was an automatic first down.
Here's a closer look, Greg.
You see, watch, he's going to just reaches out and grabs his face mask. It's a big penalty. It's third down. That makes it third down in about 1.
Be 31 for the Broncos from their own 29-yard line.
I believe that was Valen Charles, the senior, who's played a little offensive line, little defensive line for Acadiana. Third and 2. 4 down linemen for the Wrecking Rams. Driving through the lane for the first down and more. DeVecchio Ruffin. Ruffin had a 24-yard touchdown run earlier in the second quarter. He's had a nice night.
Be first and 10.
He does a great job of running between the tackles. And, you know, when it looks like there's no hold there, he just pops out of the other side.
And that is an RHD first down. First down brought to you by Resources for Human Development. Together we're better. Together we're RHD. 7 men in the box. Play action. Gonzalez goes down the field through his receiver's fingertips. That one intended for Cockerham. That was a beautiful play the way it's set up.
It was. Cockerham had him beat on a slant or a post route. There was no safety in the middle of the field. He's wide open, but he just misjudges the ball.
Landry on the coverage for the Rams.
He goes right to his hands.
Second and 10.
So still 10 yards to go. Second down. Ball's on the 38-yard line. Really like the passing attack that we've seen so far from Zachary. This is a keeper by Gonzalez. Near sideline, makes a cut, and he slides up towards midfield.
Gonzalez, the quarterback.
He'll be a half a yard shy.
He's just short of the first down.
That was a pretty savvy read by the senior.
That was. He just fakes the dive right here, pulls it. He's watching the defensive end. When that end closes down like that, he's going to pull the ball and run.
Gonzalez had Amarian Cooper, number 11, chasing him off the end. Zachary content to let the clock tick here, keeping it out of the hands of Acadiana's offense.
Yeah, as long as Zachary takes in the huddle to run a play, there's no play clock on the field.
Broncos trying to get to the 48-yard line. Ruffin bottled up, driven back at the 45.
Ruffin on the carry.
This will bring up a fourth down. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it.
It's like the Rams stopped him for no gain.
No, he's going to punt it away.
Jaden Carmouche in on it.
I think Coach Brewerton thought about it for just a second, and then he said, well, let's punt it away.
Costa will punt this one away. And typically you'll see Babineau, number 8, for Acadiana, back deep.
I think Acadiana's going to play for the fake punt here. They're going to play their regular defense, and they're not going to drop anybody back to get the punt.
Costa's punt would have a long way to roll if it was to get into the end zone. It won't. It'll end up at about the 7-yard line. So great job of flipping the field by the Broncos.
Inside the wrecking Ram 10-yard line.
We'll be back after this. More on Game Time here on Your View.
It looks like the 8-yard line.
At Resources for Human Development, we understand that navigating the challenges of this world can be daunting. That's why we've partnered with New Orleans' Health Department to launch the Mobile Crisis Intervention Unit, a fourth branch of emergency response. A team of behavioral health professionals will respond immediately to your location to help you resolve your crisis. In our first 6 months, we've responded to more than 1,300 behavioral health crisis calls from the community, and we're just getting started. Learn more at rhd.org.
Our dealership is named after our family, and that's not changing. Since 2001, Hampton Toyota's family has grown to include you, customers, and coworkers who we've worked with to build trust, commitment, and form meaningful relationships. At Hampton, just like in our name, Toyota comes second. And that's okay, because we're not just selling cars, we're a local family business from one generation to the next.
Papa, Hampton has it!
Boom! Hampton's hot.
A 46-yard punt by Rafael Costa sends Acadiana back to the 8-yard line where they will begin their drive here in the third quarter. About 7.5 minutes remaining. 22 all between these two 5A powerhouses. Caden DeBetta, the senior QB for the Wrecking Rams. Handoff, left side. Nice push out of the backfield.
Jonah Gauthier on the carry.
Jonah Gauthier with the carry. Gauthier had a 16-yard touchdown run in the second quarter. That made it 22-15 in favor of Acadiana. Certainly some big boys on the offensive line for them to run behind. And again, everyone a senior for Acadiana. Right side dive. Zachary's able to snuff that one out for minimal gain.
Yeah, he's going to be just short of the
Big
first down.
3. Bring up 3rd and 1.
Taden Collins picks up a couple. Now 3rd and 1 coming for Acadiana. Broncos would love to force a 3 and out here. They won't do it. Nice drive forward for the Wrecking Rams offense.
scrimmage will be the 20-yard line.
That's Gaucher, their senior, and the guy they can depend on, Greg. This guy had over 1,500 yards last year. He's just somebody that they know can move the chains when they need it.
Good positive yards. Every time he gets the football and, he runs those quick hitters and gets just inside of those cracks between the guard and tackle. And he's usually good for 2 or 3 yards every time he touches the ball.
A hydration break for the student athletes. We'll step aside. When we come back, it'll be 1st down and 10 on the 20.
Hydration timeout, official timeout, ladies and gentlemen.
West Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics is now booking holiday appointments. Race to book your child's next cleaning today. Whether they're needing just a quick cleaning, orthodontics, or something in between, our friendly staff will make sure your child is comfortable and taken care of. And our patients under 2 get their first visit free. Now with 2 convenient and kid-friendly locations to better serve you. In Lafayette behind Dino's South and Opelousas behind Lily Pad Pediatrics right off I-49. Hurry, call or visit us online to book your child's appointment today. At Nick's Refrigeration, more goes into servicing your AC and heating system than you realize.
Go! That's it! Good job! Good job!
Bring it higher.
Turn it up, boy! Get it done!
Good morning, Nick's Refrigeration.
Nick's Refrigeration, we are ready to serve your AC heating needs.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Acadiana, the Wrecking Rams, on their home field with the ball. DeBetta with a keeper near side. Looks for some contact and takes down the defensive back.
DeBetta for the carry.
That's enough.
We'll give him the 26-yard line and bring up 2nd and 4.
He's got about 2nd and 4.
Keldrick Francis. Head-to-head contact there against DeBetta, the senior. Francis, the star linebacker. Handoff near side. That earlier tackle made by Zachary Hogan of Zachary. So again, continuing to pound the left side of the line for the Rams.
Gaucher on the carry. Will be enough for a Wrecking Ram 1st down.
That'll move the chains on that last carry.
Well, you just think that at some point Acadiana's going to raise up and take a shot.
One yard on the left side run. Again, Jonah Gaucher. We've seen a steady mix of Gaucher and number 9, Tayden Collins tonight. Parker Bruno, number 22, who's also a senior, has been in on a play. No shortage of student athletes with junior and senior experience for Acadiana.
Very experienced team. I mean, you have 18, 19 seniors, returning starters. I mean, they do well.
Gaucher tries to turn the corner, but Isaiah Stokes is there and rides him down to the turf.
3rd down and 7 for the Rams.
Tie ball game here with less than 4 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter, and I'm just impressed with Acadiana. They look calm, cool, collected, just running their offense.
Yeah, they just stay in it. They don't panic. They just, no matter what the down and distance is, they just run their offense. And but you got to believe sooner or later they're pounding it enough inside. They're going to raise up throw on here.
Colin DeBetta and Russell Babineau on the bottom of your screen at wideout. This is a pass from DeBetta to DeBetta, loses his footing and doesn't quite get up to speed. 3rd and 7, they'll be short.
King DeBetta to Colin DeBetta. Gain of 2
the 4th down.
For the Rams.
I think that Acadiana's thinking about going for it here.
Clyde Jones on the tackle.
This is a huge gamble. He's going to go for it on 4th down.
We saw Brewerton do this from his own 30-yard line earlier in the first half. Acadiana will try and move the chains. They're trying to get to the 40.
Going to try and draw him offside. Tried to draw him offside. That didn't work. They called the timeout.
First time out of the second half. And that'll fire up the Zachary faithful on the far sideline. What looked was going to be a long night for them. They were able to get some scores going, tied it up at 15, went into the half tied at 22.
Yeah, I think if I'm Acadiana, I'm going to punt this ball. I don't think I want to take a chance. I tried to draw him off. That didn't work. Cost me a timeout. I'm going to go ahead and punt this ball.
We take a look at our game of the week next week. It'll be Shaw versus Rummel at Joe Yiney Stadium. Friday, September 20th, 7 p.m. kickoff on Your View. We hope you'll join us. Jeff Palermo, Greg, and Derry on the call for you. Old Hank Tierney and Nick Monica matching teams up.
That's going to be a good one. It always is when they get together now. I mean, it'll be a heck of a football game.
Back deep for Zachary. Traylon Sept. The punt is away. Sept settles under it. He'll let it bounce. Out of bounds right around the 38-yard line.
We down in Bronco territory.
Not bad territory to start things off for Zachary. Chance to take the lead here in the third. Let's go down onto our field with our ITI Technical College Sideline Report with Derry Beckwith.
Look, guys, Zachary's offense, I know they're trying to control the clock and run the clock down, but if they don't end their possession with points, it won't be beneficial because on the flip side, Acadiana's offense runs the clock out as well. So if Zachary's going to continue to bleed the clock and play clock control, they have to convert these possessions into points because it does not work in their favor. So that's something to look for as we head into the fourth quarter.
Thank you, Derry. Greg, you said it best earlier. The team that has the ball last probably is going to win this ball game.
That's the way it's looking like, and they're both taking their time on offense. They're not in any hurry.
Flags fly. This should penalize the Broncos.
Yeah, they had a man that jumped on the offensive line.
Ball start, number 75 of the offense.
That's Travion.
5 yards, still
sophomore.
first down.
Travion just got a little early start there. Cost his team 5 yards. But, the way these teams are moving the football, it doesn't matter. I mean, they just, whether it's 15 or 10, they're just moving it right down.
Gonzalez, again last year, splitting time with Spangler. More of a backup quarterback. 800 yards passing, 8 touchdowns, and an interception. Pretty good numbers coming off the bench. Completed about 65% of his passes. He's been that sharp or better tonight. 1st and 15. James surging forward up to about the 40. Got back just past the original line of scrimmage, and that's Nate James.
Tonight, 2 things I've been impressed with the Zachary team. One is the way that they've run the football. A lot of effort from the running game. They've been able to pick that up, and then the passing game. Gonzalez has made some good decisions. He's been protective of the football. So those are 2 things that you got to have to be successful on offense in any football team.
Trip wide receivers, bottom of your screen. Gonzalez has his choice. He's looking down the field, over the middle, and this one's caught. Tackle just inside the 40-yard line.
And again, good decision making. Watch Gonzalez see. He wants a deep in route. He is patient and waits till the man comes all the way across and hits him.
1st and 10 from the Ram 36-yard line.
Rain starting to come back down here at Bill Dotson Stadium. Benji Dixon with that last catch. Dixon at the top of your screen now. Gonzalez rolls right, plants his foot, throws a dart, and that'll move the chains. Dixon again, back-to-back receptions for first downs.
Again, good decision making by Gonzalez, and he hits the man in stride. Watch the catch here at the end of this play, though. Just lays out and kept the quarterback out.
Only one man could catch that ball, and Dixon did it.
Look how quickly Zachary's gotten down on this end of the football field.
Here's another look, Greg.
Watch him stretch out. Just put it right where it's supposed to be, and that's a tough catch in dry weather.
Gonzalez looked left at first. Throws a slant to Brooks. Brooks motors forward, trying to get into the 20-yard line.
Complete to number 4, Brooks.
About 40 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Be a gain of 3. Darius McKinney on the tackle.
McKinley again with the tackle. He's been busy tonight on the defensive line for the Rams.
You know, the Acadiana Rams, the defense played better than people thought they would play. I mean, against the Zachary offense. And Zachary coming in with a quarterback with some experience. You know he's going to be able to read what's going on. But again, McKinley doing a good job.
It's the Nate James show. He goes past the 20, past the 15. Third and very short coming up for Zachary.
That'll take us to the fourth quarter. What a fast-moving game.
3 quarters in the books. The rain coming down. We're knotted up at 22 apiece. Fourth quarter action when we return here. Game time on Your View, live from Scott, Louisiana.
At the end of the third quarter.
Hold on, I'm coming. You didn't tell me you were getting McDonald's.
Bundle up your favorites for breakfast like a sausage McGriddles with hash browns for just $2.59. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I bet you there's no better feeling than celebrating a touchdown with a fancy touchdown dance. Why don't you show us a few moves for when we get big settlements?
You just got to get into it first. You got to run into it, and you got to...
I can't do that.
Start putting that arm back there now.
We can call this the Diggity Show.
I like that, the Diggity Show.
Laborde Earls, proud partners with Jamal Williams.
I love commercials.
For over 75 years, the Butcher AC family has helped cool South Louisiana's homes and businesses with high quality, dependable, and professional air conditioning, sales, and service. A clear line of communication with a true voice, gathering your information and dispatching it to our professional team gets you the quick response and comfort of a job well done.
Butcher, a name you can trust.
Right now, get rebates and special financing during Butcher's 75-year anniversary celebration.
It's hard to stop a train.
I'm fixing to celebrate in flavor, be king of grill night, and best of all, make fond memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Find us online or in a grocery store near you, and get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
The start of the fourth quarter here on Your View's Game Time, Louisiana Game of the Week, 22-all between the Zachary Broncos and the Acadiana Wrecking Rams. Zachary with the ball on the 16-yard line.
A 3rd and 1 from the 16.
Nate James with it.
22 on the carry.
He'll fall forward towards about the 10-yard line.
That's an excellent run by Nate James. I mean, they had him stopped in the backfield for a loss of 1 yard. He was able to break away and pick up the first down.
There'll be a Bronco first down.
He's hobbling off right now. They've had good running by DeVecchio Ruffin, but tough to lose James, your senior. Hopefully they can get him back out on the field here.
You need his tough running down inside this red zone. This is where his running pays off.
They're down in the Hope Credit Union red zone. Hope Credit Union, brighter futures begin with hope. Gonzalez hands this one off to Ruffin. He's at the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, and Zachary takes the lead here in the fourth quarter. Ruffin's second rushing touchdown of the night.
You know, Zachary got the ball, and he did it the tough way. And they ran the football all the way down the football around the field. It's a good job of blocking inside, but then again, Ruffin does a good job of just hiding behind those offensive linemen and just popping out into the end zone.
Huge drive for Zachary to take the lead here on the opponent's home field. Rafael Costa is set to attempt the extra point. He's missed one tonight. Snap and whistles blow before he can swing his leg through it.
Start. Kicking team, 5 yards. We play the try.
You made the point earlier, a pretty clean game as far as penalty goes. Just 3 apiece for these teams through the first 2 quarters of play. That one shouldn't be a major problem if Costa can send this through the uprights. Kicks up, shading towards the left, waiting for the officials, and it joints off the upright. No good.
He hit the left upright.
No good. 11:26 to go in the game.
Be interesting if that plays a factor later at the end of the fourth quarter, but Ruffin runs through the defense into the end zone. Our scoring drive brought to you by Hampton Automotive. Hampton has it. 7 plays for the Broncos, 61 yards, and 3 minutes, 20 seconds off the clock. Ruffin scores from 11 yards out, his second touch of the night. How about the backbone of Zachary? They took a couple of punches early. They have a lead here late in the fourth. Chance to go down onto the field now and talk with...
I tell you what, Coach Wilson's got to be happy with his offense, the way they've come back, this whole team. Now he's just got to come out and get a defensive stop right here. I know if you're Zachary, you're thinking to yourself, if we get one defensive stop going into the fourth quarter, we got a really good chance of winning this football game, because it doesn't look like Acadiana can slow down the Zachary offense.
Kicked off towards the near sideline at the 25, past the 30, surging forward with the pile balls at the 35-yard line. If you're Zachary, you're trying to improve to 2-0 on the season and continue impressive play heading into district. But for Acadiana, you're on the verge of starting the season 0-2 and on a 3-game losing streak dating back to last year's Prep Classic appearance. Yeah, this is big for them to answer.
It is big for them. It's more of an emergency for Acadiana. It's time to take the ball and put it in the end zone. They can't get stopped on this drive, because, again, if Zachary stops on this drive, there's no sign that Acadiana's defense can slow down the Zachary offense.
They'll put it in the hands of their senior QB, DeBetta. Caden flips this one out, and a pretty good run by Tayden Collins. Or is it Gaucher? No, it's Collins off the left side.
You know, what's amazing is we've watched this Acadiana offense run the entire night, have some success, and this is the first time they've pitched that ball on that option.
Gaucher cleared out a blocker, too. Nice job by the tailbacks.
Yeah. So they don't like to pitch the ball on the option. They're one of the few teams I've ever seen who run the option, who very rarely pitches it. It's either going to keep a quarterback keeper, or he's going to throw it, or he hands it to the dive back.
Run up the middle, and a strong one at that. Picks up positive yards. Parker Robichaux, number 1, in at wide receiver. Resources for human development. First down for Acadiana. (28-22). Zachary on top on the road. There's another little flip. They turn the corner, and they're inside the 35-yard line. A flag flies late. How about Jonah Gaucher with the late Jets here in the fourth?
Well, they're going to add 15 on the next one. That's going to be a face mask call against Zachary. But Gaucher did a good job of getting to the outside, and he just cut it up and outran a couple of defenders and picked up substantial yardage, and they'll get 15 more tacked onto it.
The line of scrimmage before the penalty will be the 33-yard line.
There are fouls by both teams on the play. Holding, number 17 of the offense. Personal foul, face mask, number 17 of the defense. Fouls all set. We'll replay the down. First down.
So they'll back it up to the 49-yard line after a nifty run by Jonah Gaucher.
When you watch this run by Gaucher, he just cuts it up now. You know, it looks like you see the holding penalty right there as well, and the face mask.
So the ball moved back to the 49. Caden DeBetta breaks the huddle, his team trailing by 6. Trying to cross midfield. 1st and 10. Well, I'll tell you what, that rushing attack is just getting stronger for Acadiana.
He's taken down at the 38-yard line. It'll be a wreck and ran first down.
Gaucher almost gets back everything he lost on the holding penalty.
Watch him right here. Just come through the line of scrimmage, keep his head down, watch his legs, keeps his leg pumping. Almost broke out of there for a touchdown.
Here's another run through the middle. Motoring forward inside the 30. Let's go down to Derry with this ITI Technical College sideline report.
Guys, the Acadiana offensive line are firing off the ball. They're blocking with intent. They're blocking with ill will. If you know anything about the Veer offense, it can wear down the defense. So these guys are getting geared up, getting greased up. They're really firing off the ball and picking up positive yards, rushing the football.
Zachary trying to find an answer on defense. DeBetta pounds against them again. Here's Gaucher at the 10. He's got green grass in front of him. Touchdown, Acadiana. 29 yards, broke a tackle, and he's in the end zone.
That's an impressive run, impressive drive. I think they just wore down the Zachary defense. They just pounded it right at him.
Run, holding, number 8 of the offense, 10 yards to spot the foul.
Well, that's going to take away that touchdown and an outstanding run.
So that's 2 runs in the last 4 plays erased from Gaucher's ledger. Give it to him again if you're Acadiana. This guy's ready to run.
Just keep giving it to him until they stop it.
A holding penalty. They're going to have a lot of yards to make up here.
Rams will have it first and 10 from the Broncos 25.
Well, they're having great success. You watch them right here. See if you can see the hole. Can't see the holding penalty.
Boy, he made something happen out of nothing.
Goodness, he did a good job.
Gaucher again at the 20. No, this is Collins. Stumbles at the 15 and falls down without a tackler.
Picks up a first down.
Right now it's a 2-headed monster, Greg, and Zachary doesn't have an answer.
No, they just coming. Acadiana's just lining up. They're coming right at him. They're just going to run the ball right at him and see if you can stop it. And so far, Zachary hasn't found an answer.
We're now in the Hope Credit Union red zone. Hope Credit Union. Brighter futures begin with hope. This ball now on the 14-yard line for Acadiana. Trying to send the home field fans home happy. That'll eat a little bit of clock, ticking under 8:30 now in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 8 coming up for the Wreckin' Rams.
This has been an impressive drive for this offense. I mean, you watch Acadiana, there's nothing fancy about what they're going to do. 8 plays on this drive alone. We're talking about wearing down a defense now.
DeBetta keeps it at the 10, slices forward, headed up toward the 5, and a flag drops in.
I think it's going to be against Acadiana. It looks like it's going to be another hold.
During run, block in the back, number 8 of the offense, 2 yards to spot the foul, still 2nd down.
Is it right? The Rams are stopping themselves. I mean,
Babineau called for the block in the back.
There he goes.
Line of scrimmage will be the 20-yard line. Remains 2nd down. It'll be 2nd.
Again, a pretty clean game up to this point. Couple of penalties in a row have wiped out some nice games by Jonah Gaucher and then Caden DeBetta.
Acadiana's offense is designed for the rain and the mud, and because all they do is they run that veer, that dive, a couple of option plays, but for the most part, they're going to come right at you.
Zachary does a good job of shedding that lead blocker and getting the tackle. Again, Isaiah Stokes, 6'3", 200, the junior, makes a huge stop.
We got an injured player for Zachary down on the field.
Clyde Jones has made some stops tonight. Jones sheds that blocker and gets in on the tackle with Stokes. Jones a little gimpy coming up, but it's good to see him pop up and head back to the sideline. 3rd down and 16, balls on the 21-yard line.
It's a big 3rd down play. I think if you're Acadiana, you want to pick up some yards here, but I think they're going to go for it on 4th down. If they pick up any yards right here, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
We've seen Caden DeBetta tonight pass to Colin DeBetta. Russell Babineau. Who will he offer it up to here on 3rd and 16? Or will they continue to feed the tailback, Jonah Gaucher, who's been so good here in the fourth quarter? Gaucher and Taden Collins behind DeBetta. Taden Collins. It's a fake. DeBetta tries to turn the corner, and he's slowed down inbounds.
So bring up 4th down and about 4. It's a good job of running from inside out there. Just an excellent job of cutting the quarterback who tries to turn the ball up the field.
The senior, Michael Sept, 5'11", 215 on the stop. 4th down and 14 to go. Timeout called by Acadiana. We'll step aside with the break. More fourth quarter action with 6:49 remaining. 28-22, Zachary on top.
Game Time on Your View is brought to you by Hampton Toyota. Hampton has it. Make some epic memories this football season with cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that signature Cane sauce. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love. Resources for human development. Together we're better. Together we're RHD. Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics. Discover the Quest difference. Now with 2 locations in Lafayette and Opelousas.
Our dealership is named after our family, and that's not changing. Since 2001, Hampton Toyota's family has grown to include you, customers, and coworkers who we've worked with to build trust, commitment, and form meaningful relationships. At Hampton, just like in our name, Toyota comes second. And that's okay, because we're not just selling cars, we're a local family business from one generation to the next.
Papa, Hampton has it.
Boom, Hampton's hot.
4th down and 14 for the home team. Acadiana trailing by 6 with 6:49 remaining. Caden DeBetta got up a little gimpy from that last tackle. He's back under center, trying to convert here on 4th down. Drops back to pass, has time to throw, goes into the end zone, caught! Touchdown! DeBetta to DeBetta! And we're tied up at 28.
That was impressive. I mean, he just watched it. He's just going to work his way open. The big thing is that DeBetta gets a lot of time to throw the football. And there isn't anybody within 10 yards of him.
On the 11th play of this drive, we're tied up at 28 apiece. Second touchdown receiving of the night for Colin DeBetta. The extra point is up and good, and Acadiana takes a 1-point lead.
I think this is only the second pass that Colin DeBetta has caught. The first one was a touchdown, an 80-yard touchdown going, and then he gets this one on a big play.
It'll go in the books as a 19-yarder, but Caden DeBetta was at the 30 and just tossed it over 2 levels of the defense. That was impressive.
It was impressive. You know, gave him enough time, and Colin came all the way across the field from the other side on a flat route and was able to get it in.
Our Hampton Automotive scoring drive. Hampton has it. 11 plays, 64 yards. Greg, they took almost 6 minutes off the clock here in the fourth quarter, and DeBetta caps it off with a 19-yard touchdown catch. Still time for Zachary, but that one looked like a backbreaker.
Well, I think, Zachary you get a score here. You take the ball and put it in the end zone, and an extra point. I think you tie the game back up. I'll take the lead.
Zachary has scored on their last 3 possessions, and prior to that, they got a safety. So they've been very successful when they have the ball here in the back half of the game. That one's got a lot of air under it, and it'll be a touchback.
It's not only let's see if Zachary can go down and score, but how much time will they eat off the clock in doing so?
Acadiana is the only team here in the second half that's used a timeout. Zachary has the full complement. Gonzalez looking to the sidelines. We'll see how cool and collected he is here, trailing by a single point. Now, I talked with Coach Brewerton earlier in the week. They are very, very secure with Rafael Costa kicking field goals for them. If they could get into decent field goal range, you're only down by 1. Maybe that could be the deciding factor. He has missed a pair of extra points tonight. Nate James and DeVecchio Ruffin have done most of the rushing this evening for the Broncos. That's Ruffin powering forward.
Yeah, I think with over 6 minutes to go on the clock, if I'm Zachary, I'm going to run the football. Until they stop me, I'm going to run the football and eat up clock and then get in the end zone.
Ruffin, 10 yards for the first down.
Yeah, I don't think you play for a field goal. You just take it and run it down. Just take the ball down the field.
These two teams have played some really good postseason affairs, 2014, 15, and 19. Nice regular season matchup to get non-district play started. A run from the side by Ruffin. He's over midfield. Brought down by two defenders at the 40. A 30-yard run by Ruffin.
We got a flag that came in late. I think it's going to be a face mask against Acadiana.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle against the defense. 15 yards added on, first down. This is the heat, humidity timeout.
So a timeout after a big swing, 45 yards, 30 on the rush, 15 on the horse collar. We'll be back after this.
Today, it's not just how much you make that counts, it's how much you keep. At Egan Insurance, protecting your wealth is our major priority, one that comes with a promise that no matter what threatens your wealth, accident, theft, fire, or illness, we'll be there to protect your financial assets, just as we have for more than 60 years. Egan Insurance. How those who've made it, keep it.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
A ground attack by Zachary here at the home of the split-back beer, Acadiana. It's 29-28, the Wreckin' Rams with a 1-point advantage over the Broncos. But they are driving forward with 5:50 remaining. Zachary steamrolled Plaquemine last week, 49-14. They will play Karen Crow next week. Acadiana lost to Ruston in a very competitive game. Huge moment coming up here. 1st and 10, ball on the 25-yard line of Acadiana. Ruffin again inside the 20. Nobody wants to tackle him right now, Greg.
No, he is running the ball. He's got a head of steam, and he looks like he's going back to the huddle saying, just give me the football. Just give me the ball. He doesn't want to come out.
2nd and 3.
Acadiana fell on the road to Ruston, 35-27 in week 1. Next week, they're on the road again, though in town at St. Thomas More. Would love to go there with their record 1-1 and not 0-2. I think I know your answer, but if you're Zachary here, what are we running on 2nd and 3?
Just same thing we ran on first down. Turn around, find 14, hitting the football.
Ruffin a couple of steps behind Gonzalez. High snap. They give it to Ruffin. He makes a cut. And he's brought down by the defensive line of Acadiana. That'll run some clock. We're under 5 minutes.
Well, that little mishandle that just threw the timing off of the play. And that's what happened. That's why he couldn't get any yardage. Gave the defense a chance to recover.
No gain on the play. 3rd down.
You see that? And he throws the timing off, and that allows the defenders to recover and stop Ruffin for no gain.
I believe that was Jaden Carmouche on the tackle in the middle of the line. Gonzalez, as the clock runs, taking a look to the sideline.
I think you have to just stay on the ground. Just, 3rd and short, just hand it off to him and see if he can't pick one up.
Ruffin had 5 touchdowns all of last season. He's got 2 tonight. Waits for the line to open, makes a cut. He's gone! 3rd touchdown of the night for Ruffin. And Zachary takes the lead back, 34-29.
I think you got there's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Holding against Zachary.
That'll bring the Acadiana fans to their feet. Another nifty run by Ruffin, but it's all for naught. I think we've had twice as many penalties in the fourth quarter alone as the first three combined.
Yeah, they had a clean. The first half was a clean first half, and then all of a sudden, a lot of penalties started to show up.
Let's head back down onto the sidelines real quick with our Derry Beckwith.
Absolutely, guys. The defensive coordinator for Acadiana is not happy. He's saying these guys are not getting in that gap. They're like a parade of elephants. They're running around without any intention. They have to play gap-sound football because right now Zachary is having their way running the football.
Our sideline report brought to you by ITI Technical College. ITI, for a better life.
I think you got, if you're on defense, man, you got to be tired at this point. They've been out there a long time.
This is a 3-wide set. It's 3rd and 13. Play action pass. Gonzalez scrambles. He's at the 30 and he's brought down hard.
Gonzalez is sacked.
How big was that holding play now? Now he's got his money back up. Now he's got 4th down and a mile.
The senior Amarian Cooper tracks him down in space.
It'll be 4th down from the Wrecking Ram 32-yard line.
Gonzalez goes about 5'10", 175, and Cooper picked him up and brought him down.
This is going to be a 49-yard field goal. Is that right?
Just shy of 50 yards for Rafael Costa. With 3:15 on the clock, he has a chance to give his team the lead on the road. This kick is up. And it's just short. The sideline explodes for Acadiana. And the Rams take over on offense. You said it, buddy. That penalty on that touchdown run was killer.
Huge. That was the ball game. Now, if you're Zachary, you got to come out and get a stop. You can't let him pick up any first down because if you do, the ball game's going to be over.
Our defensive play of the game brought to you by Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Progress and performance that never stands still. Amarian Cooper with our play of the game knocks them back out of field goal range, and Costa can't convert. Great tackle there by the senior.
To Zachary now, you got to get a stop or a turnover.
They'll drive and let the clock run. David Brewerton and Zachary have 3 timeouts in their wallet.
I think if I'm Coach Brewerton, I'm going to watch this next play. If we can hold them to a minimum game, I'm going to take a timeout.
Caden DeBetta, the senior QB, would love nothing more than to grind out the clock here and win their home opener.
He's standing there. He's watching. He's letting the clock tick down a little bit before he takes the snap.
Offensive line comes set. Gaucher and Collins in the backfield. DeBetta on the keeper. He's at the 25, the 30. Smartly stays in bounds and picks up the first down. What a play by the senior.
I think you're Zachary. You got to start using those timeouts, man.
Timeout, Zachary.
Well, it just got infinitely harder for Zachary to get the ball back and have any time to do anything with it. But what a showing by Acadiana on their last offensive possession. On 4th and 14, DeBetta hooks up with his younger brother, the sophomore Colin DeBetta.
For his second touchdown of the night.
They didn't throw a lot of passes, but they were effective when they did. Tonight's hot, cool play of the game is brought to you by Butcher AC. Butcher Air Conditioning, a name you can trust. From about the 30-yard line, he goes over the top of the defense and hooks up with his sophomore brother, Colin DeBetta got that in the end zone and puts their team up by 1 in the fourth quarter. Just a fantastic showing on offense, and what you expect out of a veteran team trying to defend the home turf.
Yeah, it's a team that doesn't throw the ball much, but when they do, they want to be effective, and that's what happened tonight. 2 big passes that just turned the game around.
Coming out of the timeout, ball will be on the right hash, 32-yard line. Zachary either needs to force a turnover or get a couple of quick stops and burn timeouts. I think the last thing you'll see Acadiana do here is throw a pass. Unbelievable showing. Off to the races is Jonah Gaucher. 68 yards, and this game is on ice.
There's a flag.
There is a flag back at about the 40-yard line. Don't know if it was a hold that sprung Gaucher or not, but to have that ability to burst late in the game.
We'll see if that penalty happened after he got into the end zone. Is that a dead ball penalty, or did it happen during the run? I think that's the discussion that's going on the sidelines right now. If it happened once he was in the end zone, the touchdown will stand.
Here's a closer look, Greg.
Let's see, where's the unsportsmanlike or the personal foul that you're going to call?
Almost looks like he's high-stepping the way he's running into the end zone. A little flare for Gaucher.
Well, the personal foul must have happened after he scored the touchdown, so they gave him the touchdown, but they're going to hit him with a 15-yard penalty here. And they'll put it on the kickoff, which means Zachary should get decent field position.
Only 3 plays on that scoring drive, and Acadiana goes up 41-28. Just a dominant showing in the third quarter. 68 yards came around the right end, and he will send everyone home happy in Cajun country.
You know, when you run into the end zone, you're that free to tell you don't look back because people are gaining on you. But nobody was going to catch him.
Our Hampton Automotive scoring drive, just 3 plays, 80 yards, 1:03 off the clock here in the fourth quarter. Gaucher with a 68-yard touchdown rush.
You know, we weren't surprised that Acadiana was successful running the ball. That was their plan, was to continue to run the football and try to wear down the Zachary defensive front. They did a good job. And, you know, Zachary did a great job as well on their offense of getting the ball down the field. You know, whoever got the ball last was going to win. Acadiana's the one that put the scores together back-to-back.
And to clarify, your score 36-28 Acadiana. So a little breathing room for the Wreckin' Rams. This one will be playable. Traylon Sept still on his feet. Brought down at the 40 and holds on to it.
I think if you're Zachary, you got to think you need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and it's a tie ball game again.
Beyond the game. On the tackle for the Rams.
Zachary was trailing by 1, 29-28. Gave up the touchdown, and now they've got 2 minutes to work that offense. Still down just 1 possession.
40-yard line.
Zachary with 49 points in their week 1 opener over Plaquemine. 7 touchdowns. Little tougher competition this evening. They've got 4 scores on the night. And that will put this to bed. Interception. Dalen Lewis, the all-state cornerback, stepped in front front of the route.
I mean, you see why he's an all-state cornerback. I mean, that was an out route that's tough to get underneath, but with his speed and timing, he was able to get underneath that ball and cut it off and get the interception. Now we'll see Acadiana go in their victory formation here. But watch the pass. I mean, he tries to throw the out route, and he just undercut it. That's a good job.
So the Acadiana sideline has had a lot to cheer about over the last 5 minutes. A couple of scoring drives and now the interception. A little under 2 minutes remaining here in our game time on your view. Just looking to run the clock out for the Wrecking Rams. Greg, one more look at this interception.
Yeah, you watch it. It's a good read, and he got an excellent break on the ball to undercut that out route. That's hard to do, especially when it's going that way. Now, the quarterback's got to help him out a little bit because he's got to throw it a little more to the sideline.
Featuring delicious oysters, po' boys, specialty edition, crawfish, and happy.
Again, Acadiana next week will take on St. Thomas More on the road. Zachary taking on Carencro. Our drive of the game. Tonight's drive of the game brought to you by Trapp Chevrolet. Trapp Chevrolet in Houma. We are always on your side.
There's no better way to do it. Just pound it out and just keep handing the football off. Yeah, this is where you thought that Zach was going to come up and make a stop, and all of a sudden it's brother to brother with a big play and a touchdown.
2 touchdown catches on the night for Colin DeBetta. 5 touchdowns total for the Wrecking Rams.
It was that law firm again, DeBetta and DeBetta.
Well, there's another one, too.
He's not old enough to practice yet.
Somebody give him an NIL deal and put him on a billboard.
Yep.
From the left hash. 1:38 left on the clock. Hand off to Gaucher with the carry across the Rams' head.
I think Zachary will take the final time out of the ball game.
Bring up 36, timeout Zachary.
Even with the late touchdown and the interception, if Zachary can somehow force a turnover or get the ball back, they'll have a shot. Still a single possession game, but unbelievable showing by Zachary to close things out here.
It's a big third down play because if you don't pick up the first down, then you got to make a decision. Do I want to punt it or do I still want to run another play? Of course, I think if I'm Acadiana, if I'll pick up any yards at all, I'm going to go for it on 4th down.
Earlier we talked about Acadiana's district. Zachary, District 4, they compete against Catholic High, Central, Scotlandville, Liberty, and Woodlawn. Catholic and Zachary have split the last 10 district titles. They certainly have a tough schedule ahead of them in 2024. Next week, they've got to try and slow down the fantastic quarterback for Carencro, Chance Babineau. If you have not seen him in person, pay the admission. He's worth the price. Fantastic running attack for Carencro. DeBetta under center. Tries to get them to jump off sides. Won't happen. Little under 1:30 remaining, and the Wrecking Rams will call timeout.
It's a good use of a timeout right there by Acadiana, just to talk it over, because this is a big play in the game. If you can pick up the first down, you can put the game away.
Greg, I was looking at standings. There are about 68 teams that are in 5A football in Louisiana. Less than 30 of them are still undefeated after just 2 weeks of play. It might be that kind of season where everything goes off the rails. You never know.
Well, that kind of season where one loss and you're still in it.
Our LHSAA Network Game of the Week. The John F. Kennedy Cougars will travel up to the Baton Rouge area and take them on the Santa Maria Gators. That's Thursday, September 19th on the LHSAA Network and YouTube. 7 p.m. kickoff from the pit. And again, the game of the week, we'll see Shaw at Rummel from Joe Yenny Stadium down in the Crescent City. That one's Friday, September 20th at 7 p.m. Jeff Palermo, Greg Bowser, and Derry Beckwith on the call for you. 2nd and 6. And another long touchdown run is coming for Jonah Gaucher. His 3rd of the night. No flags.
Long touchdown run. Guess who? Young man's had quite a night.
Greg, they just made him quit.
Yeah, it's over. He had quite a night. I mean, you watch the blocking on that side. Nobody touches him.
I think I just saw 2 pancake blocks in the background.
Yeah, nobody touched him. He just wide open to the end zone. I think they just wore down this defensive front. I think they just wore him down.
It's good. 43-28. That matches their largest lead of the night, up by 15 with 1:20 remaining.
And, people are going to look at the score of this game and think, it was a blowout, but it wasn't. Look, that scoring drive, 3 plays, 48 yards, and it didn't take him any time to get there. I mean, watch the blocking of him. I mean, he comes through the line of scrimmage, and nobody lays a hand on him.
Just checking out the back of his jersey. Some really nice blocking at the line of scrimmage. A couple of guys got powered down to the ground by that Acadiana O-line.
I think you're probably looking at the high school player of the week in Louisiana. I mean, that's just an unbelievable night. We'll get his final stats before we leave, but it's unbelievable.
He might get it a couple of times this season. Fantastic showing for the senior. Zachary probably learned a lot about themselves tonight, though, that they can take a couple of punches, withstand it, and get right back in the game. That was an impressive showing by Brewerton's club.
Well, it was in the first half especially. I mean, they got down before you knew it. They were trailing big, and then all of a sudden they put it together and put some good drives together on the road and tied the game up at halftime and got away from them here late in the 4th quarter, but still, that's a heck of a football game they played here.
Acadiana kicks off here. Just over a minute remaining. That one clears the end zone entirely.
I've been impressed with their kicker. I mean, he's put them all in the end zone.
One more drive for Caleb Gonzalez and the Broncos, trailing by 15. Zachary is out of timeouts.
Well, I think, you got to be careful here with the football because defensively, you're going to pin your ears back on the defensive line and come after the quarterback because he's got to throw it. And you're going to have 5 to 6 defensive backs back there, so you got to be careful with where you throw the football.
Gonzalez has had success tonight throwing the ball to Traylon Sept, Trey Cheney, Benji Dixon. Calls for it in the shotgun. There's Sept, the junior. Up to about the 24-yard line.
Well, again,
they can't stop the clock.
Can't stop the clock. So they're going to give you those short passes. You can throw everything in front of them, but you got to press the ball down the field at some point. And Acadiana's going to drop 8 people in coverage.
Braden White, the center, hikes it back to Gonzalez. Some pressure, and he is smothered at the 15-yard line. Guess who? Darius McKinley with the stop.
Yeah, those defensive linemen are going to bend their ears back and come after it. Now, you know you have to throw the football. Watch McKinley. You have 3 working against 5. This is just a will to just not to get to the quarterback. That's it. He just was going to get there, and nothing was going to stop him.
McKinley swallowed up Clifton Webb in his wake.
To bring up 3rd and 15.
Ball now on the 16-yard line. 3rd and 15, under 20 seconds remaining. This could be our final play of the night. Sept runs out of bounds on the reception.
Gain of 9. Bring up 4th and 6.
Gotta love the play of Gonzalez, the senior. Installed as the starting quarterback in his final year with Zachary. Gunslinging till the end.
Yeah, I think he's played a really good football game tonight. The other team just outplayed him a little bit, got more breaks than they did.
On on fourth down. The pass goes incomplete, and Acadiana will put this one in the books. 43-28, just 4 seconds remaining.
Well, I'll tell you, Acadiana's got to be proud of themselves. They took the big lead. Zachary came back, and Acadiana was able to just stay in and stay grinding with them, and stay with them, and stay with their game plan. And they come out victorious. Zachary on the other side, they've got to be proud of this effort that they had here. Coach Brooks has got to be happy with those guys. Not happy that you lost, but you look at the way they played. They will always continue to stay in the ball game and working hard. And I think we'll hear a lot from Zachary this season. I think they're going to beat some really good teams.
Final play of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Rams line up in the victory formation.
Caden DeBetta under center. Kneels it for the first win of his senior season, and the Rams are victorious 43-28 in their home opener. I don't think we could have asked for a better game, Garrett, especially with everything that happened this week, the rescheduling, all the weather conditions tonight. This is a quality ball game.
It was a quality game. You just didn't know what you were going to get with all that because football players and coaches like to have a routine. They don't like it interrupted. The storm interrupted all of that and got moved to Saturday night. We didn't know how they were going to react to it, but they adjusted. I think both teams made great adjustments. They came out and played a really good football team.
Postgame rolls when we return. 43-28, Acadiana winner.
I'm fixin' to celebrate in flavor. Be king of grill night. And best of all, I'm fixin' to make fun memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Our U.S. farm-raised tender Louisiana catfish will turn your grill nights into thrill nights. So what are you waiting for? Make tonight a good one. Make tonight a Guidry's night. Find us online or in a grocery store near you. And get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
At Resources for Human Development, we understand that navigating the challenges of this world can be daunting. That's why we've partnered with New Orleans' Health Department to launch the Mobile Crisis Intervention Unit, a fourth branch of emergency response. A team of behavioral health professionals will respond immediately to your location to help you resolve your crisis. In our first 6 months, we've responded to more than 1,300 behavioral health crisis calls from the community, and we're just getting started. Learn more at rhd.org.
Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics is now booking holiday appointments. Race to book your child's next cleaning today. Whether they're needing just a quick cleaning, orthodontics, or something in between, our friendly staff will make sure your child is comfortable and taken care of. And our patients under 2 get their first visit free. Now with 2 convenient and kid-friendly locations to better serve you in Lafayette behind Dino's South and Opelousas behind Lily Pad Pediatrics right off I-49. Hurry, call or visit us online to book your child's appointment today.
From now on, it's all about us. Starting a family, buying a car, our first home.
They told you to open an account, then turned you away. They said, come back when you're ready. You said, we're ready now.
I know we're going to make it.
Hope makes it happen. Thousands of your neighbors, many who never had a bank account before, improved their lives with Hope Credit Union. You can too. Brighter futures begin with hope.
At Nick's Refrigeration, more goes into servicing your AC and heating system than you realize.
Go! That's it. Good job. Good job.
Bring it higher. Turn it up, boy.
Get it done.
Good morning, Nick's Refrigeration.
Nick's Refrigeration, we are ready to serve your AC heating needs.
Acadiana, a big winner, 43-28 here over Zachary. Let's go down to Derry Beckwith with our ITI Technical College sideline report.
Colin, 2 touchdown passes. Tell us what you saw on both those touchdowns.
Well, the first one was pretty wide open, and I just feel like it really set the tone for the game and getting us going early. It gave us a lot of energy going into the first quarter. Second touchdown is just we needed a play, 4th down. I knew it was coming to me. I knew I had to make a play, and then once I saw it wide open, it was a great feeling. I knew we were going to score.
Winning football games, practicing, going to class is tough. For the viewers at home, tell them what goes into your weekly preparation.
Well, one, just focusing on my grades for sure, making sure I'm good in the classroom. Watch film, go to practice, just stay committed to the grind and not goofing off and not taking things serious.
And I have to ask you, what is like catching touchdown passes from your brother Caden?
Oh, it's amazing. It's a great feeling. I mean, we've been doing it our whole lives. So to finally see it happen on a high school field, it's just amazing.
Absolutely, man. Congratulations. Great ball game.
Derry, thank you very much. Tonight's player of the game brought to you by Raising Cane's One Love. I think Derry just interviewed him, Greg. Colin DeBetta comes away with 2 big touchdown catches.
At crucial times. I mean, this one, the second one was even more crucial because, they were trying to get the ball in the end zone at the last minute, and he just broke open.
Honorable mention for the senior back, Jonah Gaucher, who had a whale of a game as well. We'll take a quick break, come back, wrap up our show. We'll show highlights and some stats on the other side of this break. Again, Acadiana wins 43-28 over Zachary.
It's this simple. You have a car and Trapp Chevrolet wants to buy it from you at absolute top dollar, and you don't even have to buy from us. It's true. We want to buy your vehicle. You won't believe how much your vehicle is worth. Just trade your vehicle in or take the cash. And while you're here, choose from our selection of new Chevy cars, trucks, crossovers, and sport utility vehicles at special savings. Find the new Chevy perfect for you and your lifestyle. So hurry in today at Trapp Chevrolet in Houma.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
The Baton Rouge Clinic has been taking care of you and your children for over 75 years.
From East Ascension to West Feliciana, from Zachary to Denham Springs, we'll keep you in the game.
From your future stars to your weekend warriors, we'll keep you in the game.
From primary care to urgent care, we'll keep you in the game.
The physicians at the Baton Rouge Clinic want to wish you a healthy and successful season.
Since 1947, Danos has been committed to driving results for operators worldwide. From upstream and midstream to downstream and renewables, you can count on Danos anytime, anywhere. The world needs energy, and we deliver. Visit Danos.com to learn more.
(43-28) Acadiana a winner here. A chance to look at highlights as we roll through our post-game show. And Greg, to get things going, Zachary had options early on. They did a nice job of completing some passes and moving the chains. Caleb Gonzalez with the handoff to Ruffin here. He's a sensational young runner.
Ruffin's been really good. He tough runs inside, and he breaks a lot of tackles to get in the end zone. Then you get this long pass to the better, and then they do it on the ground.
Jonah Gaucher, the 5'7", 195-pound senior, a trio of touchdowns on the night. That last one, the backbreaker. Gonzalez will roll out here, and it's picked off. An impressive showing on the turnover by Dalen Lewis, and then Gaucher again off to the races. Fourth quarter action for him. He stayed busy.
Yeah, there goes that man again.
Let's take a look at stats from the first half, sponsored by Laborde Earls Injury Attorneys. Call all sevens or visit onmyside.com.
Well, the biggest stat that stands out is look at the rushing yards. Acadiana, 428 yards on the ground. Just impressive. And, 129 yards passing is not bad, but 428 yards on the ground. When you know they're going to run the football, there's nothing you can do to stop them. They were able to do that. The penalties, the game got a little sloppy toward the end. I think the first half was unbelievable. I think both teams only committed maybe 2 penalties in the first half, but second half was a little bit sloppier. 557 total yards of offense for Acadiana. I reckon Rams just came out and did what they wanted to do. But hats off to Zachary because they made it a really close football game.
2 late touchdowns puts Acadiana across the finish line. They improved to 1-1, whereas Zachary falls to 1-1. Nice showing tonight. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. For Greg Bowser, Derry Beckwith, and all of our crew, I'm Garrett Walbert. Final score, 43-28, Acadiana a winner. This has been Game Time on Your View.
It's this simple. You have a car and Trapp Chevrolet wants to buy it from you at absolute top dollar. And you don't even have to buy from us. It's true. We want to buy your vehicle. You won't believe how much your vehicle is worth. Just trade your vehicle in or take the cash. And while you're here, choose from our selection of new Chevy cars, trucks, crossovers, and sport utility vehicles at special savings. Find the new Chevy perfect for you and your lifestyle. So hurry in today at Trapp Chevrolet in Houma.
Legal Minds has interviewed Louisiana Supreme Court justices, appellate trial court judges, federal, state, and local government leaders, including U.S. senators and Congress members. Watch at Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates website, LockeMeredith.com, or Cox Channel 1004.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
When you're in an accident, you really don't know where to turn. The person who hit you, their insurance company is going to try to reach out to you. You settle at the beginning, you're forever done with your claim. Don't do that. You hire a professional to deal with a professional, someone who has the resources to fight them all the way. I've been handling personal injury for over 2 decades. When you call my office, you're going to get me. You're going to get my experience, and you're going to get the best chance to get what's rightfully yours.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ernie Anastas, and welcome to Positively America.
From small towns to big cities and everywhere in between, we're covering the great things that are happening right now in the USA.
Thanks for joining me. I'm following great stories and what people are talking about with a positive viewpoint to inform